All right, hello everyone. Welcome to League by the Fireplace's interactive commentary of State of Origin 3 2019.
We hope you can hear us all.
Yeah,
because this is a new venture for us.
Yeah, and all live as well. So there's probably going to be a few stuff ups along the way, a few little dead zones, and it is a bit of a beta test for us because we probably want to continue doing this a bit more with regular season games. But I guess with this, we sort of understand people aren't really... Their first priority isn't to jump on a live stream of one of the biggest games of the year. But I think it's a good chance for us to beta test a few things, get a few people involved, put their toe in.
And what better way to start off while Guy Sebastian is singing during the Origin game?
Yeah. So I guess just a few admin things or housekeeping things. If you've probably just come in cold to this, you probably notice it's on a bit of a delay to the game, or you will notice because we'll be shouting at things that have happened in your past. So we're going to try and help that out. If you want to sync up with us, you've got to just use your time slip on your TV. That's the only way we could find to sync up. So you just pause the game on a kickoff, a scrum, or a dropout, and we'll just sort of mention it in the live stream. We'll just say, okay, we're dropping out now at, say, 2 minutes, and hopefully your time slip to that point, and then you can just start your TV when we start.
And I guess the big thing is, we're not going to commentate the whole game, so we're not going to spoil tries from you because we can't we're not in the future. If anything, we're going to be a little bit delayed.
If anything, we should have got a DeLorean. Gone, I guess, forward in time.
Oh, man, if we could do that, we could have made a lot of money off gambling, but we're not going to do that. We're obviously delayed. We're not live, so if you want to listen to this while you're watching the game, it's not going to be commentary, so have your TV up in the background to hear Rabs and whatever talking about it. But when the try is scored, we're going to discuss it. You can get interactive on the chat. It's going to be a bit of fun, I think.
Yeah, so that's one of the other big things that we're really excited about is getting people on the YouTube chats. So we want to get people involved. But I guess also on social media, we're hopefully just going to sort of interact there, sort of get some of the hot takes that are coming through on social media. So if you yourself are putting up some tweets and you want us to sort of got any questions that you want answered live on air, you can get us on Twitter. Our handle is @LeagueByTheFire if you're not already following us. Or just go to the YouTube chat would be the best way.
Facebook too.
The other way. Well, yeah, or Facebook. So hopefully we'll monitor all those.
The most important thing so far, how well did you think Guy Sebastian went then? Okay? Was he all right?
We had it turned down to... let me just check the TV. We had it down at 7 on a TCL TV. So I don't know what that is in decibels. If some tech guru can just be like, that is approximately 16 decibels.
The thing about Guy Sebastian, we saw during the week, he did an impromptu a cappella performance with Dale Finucane, who's playing Origin tonight, obviously. And he's a bit of a talented singer and artist. And they did a version of John Mayer's Waiting for the World to Change. Dale Finucane's got a nice raspy voice, and obviously, personally, I would have liked him to perform before the Origin, but, functionally, him playing in the game and performing just doesn't work.
Well, I'm surprised how good Dale's voice is, considering how sort of croaky his speaking voice is. It's getting to Lockyer-esque areas.
Well, you got to make the best of what you've got. So, if he's got a few big tackles to the larynx, now he's got a raspy voice. He's I can complain and be like Darren Lockyer and wait till my footy career is over to go into commentary and redo my larynx. But Dale's that's great. I've got a great raspy voice for singing. I can do fucking John Mayer covers all over the joint.
Yeah. So Does this mean then that Lockyer has an amazing voice, just hasn't come through with the John Mayer covers yet? Could you maybe Lockyer do a bit of a neon? Neon, neon, I'm Lockyer, I'm loving neon, neon.
Okay, I better actually, yeah. Okay, is there anyone actually joining us, Pedro? What did everyone have for dinner tonight? We had some great pizza. We had some pepperonis.
So, Monica Fitzpatrick, when does it start?
What, the Origin doesn't start till like 20 minutes, but we're just like doing some preparatory things right now.
Yeah, so the game, probably, who knows with Channel 9, they might stretch this one right out till 9:30. So we might just be doing sort of pre-bants for the next, hour and a half. But hopefully they start at around sort of 8:15. But yeah, we've started. We're ready to go.
There's that whole thing where like people know that Channel 9 like drags the kickoff off like till the last minute, and there's that sort of lotto. When are they going to start? So I think the advertised kickoff time is 8:10. They're never early, so if I can put a bet on it, I think they might be going 8:13. That's assuming they're ready for it, but I don't think they are.
Will Guy Sebastian just put in a few more songs to like really stretch that out?
Look, talking about Eurovision, Guy Sebastian played at Eurovision. I kind of like Dammy Im. She was a better performer at Eurovision than him. Jessica Mauboy, then him, then Kate Miller-Heidke. So for all the Eurovision people out there.
I'm more into the weird like... Euro boppers that just do the like more techno stuff for Eurovision.
Well, I was out at the game last year. They had Jet out there and they played Are You Gonna Be My Girl, which was, of course, the launch song when iPods were a new technology. So what's Guy advertising? What new technology is coming out from him?
Yeah, shout out to Brad Smead. He was the guy that I knew that had the first iPod in the world, and it was the old chunky white. I think they're like worth heaps now, the old iPods. Like it's kind of like a retro thing. So a few more questions, a few more people jumping on.
How many pepperonis did
the
you have?
YouTube chat. So if you're not on the YouTube chat, get on that. Looks like it's absolutely pumping with 4 people. So thanks to all those people that are on there. Andrew G. He's like, what did he say?
How many pepperoni? Does that mean how many slices of pizza you had, or how many pepperonis were on per slice? I don't know.
And was it whole logs? So maybe, is he saying, did you just down a whole log of pepperoni?
Generally, I think pizza places slice pepperoni. They don't just put like the whole tube of pepperoni on the pizza.
You could put like the tube down and then just wrap the dough around it and then bake it like some weird like tubular calzone. Maybe put a bit of sauce in there and then just mung on a big pepperoni log calzone beast.
We can't talk about pizza for that long. Look, the game's about to kick off.
Is it?
Well,
are we sure about that?
It's not there for a while, but people probably want to know our allegiances. Me and Pedro are both New South Wales fans, so we can't hide that from you. So we're not going to... We try and hide our biases to a degree, but if New South Wales are going well, we're not going to hide that. We're going to celebrate and cheer, but
yeah, and thanks,
we can try and remain neutral.
Patrick for asking us that, and that's who we go for, New South Wales. So I don't know. Who do you go for, Monica? Let us know.
Bruce K says, where's the crowd at? Look, generally, I went to Origin, the game 2 last year, which was at Sydney, and what happens is when you're outside the ground, they got like a big Tui's new tent where you can get like full-strength beers for like $6. Whereas
really,
when you,
$6?
Well, yeah, no. I think it is because it's like a promo thing. Then when you go inside the ground, you got to pay like $9 for mid-strength beers. So generally speaking, everyone turns up as late as they can. So if you're looking on TV now and there's not a crowd at the ground, there's going to be 80,000 there. It's going to be packed, but everyone leaves it to the last minute, which I don't blame them for.
And the thing you got to understand about New South Welshmen is, well, New South Wales supporters at the very least, we have to get as drunk as possible at State of Origins because we know the pain that's coming. We've been conditioned to get as drunk as possible to avoid the pain of so many losses.
Bruce actually says he didn't mean when's the crowd turning up in terms of the crowd at the game. He means in terms of people on this live stream.
Well, I don't know.
Sorry
Bruce.
to disappoint you, Bruce. Our podcast, like from all the statistics we can garner, has 12 listeners. So if we get like to a peak of 12 people watching this stream, then we fucking matched up 100%. I assume some of our listeners are at the game. So if we're more than 12, we've like grown as an audience. If we're less than 12, well, we just assume our podcast listeners have something to do.
And the fiber optics out here at the log cabin, Huawei installed them for us the other day. Yeah, they just can't take as much traffic. So we're limited to 6 people in the YouTube chat. No, we can get more in there. So if you're listening and you're not on the YouTube chat, definitely get involved. We're sort of trying to answer the questions as they pop up.
Thanks for being a hater, by the way. Look, we've got 12 listeners. We've been going for 7 years, and our 12 listeners have not grown the whole time. If all our 12 listeners tell one person, we're not great at maths, but we could have like at least 13 listeners.
It's like that. What was that guy from The Sixth Sense? The little kid, Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, good looking dude.
So he was in another movie called Pay It Forward, I believe.
Yep.
So, hey, if you're listening, and if you're
Are
in
you,
the
are you,
YouTube chat,
are you
pay it
specifically
forward.
telling to Haley Joel Osment if he's listening?
Yeah, Haley Joel Osment. If you're listening,
He's in that Steven Spielberg movie. Not AI. Yeah,
He was in
AI. That's a good
AI.
movie.
It's like, I don't know, not one of Spielberg's. I did watch that Ready Player One the other day.
I liked it.
That
I
was
liked
just
it as a movie.
nostalgia, like, bation so hard.
Joshua Luke says, big ups from Perth, Western Australia. People say, why did they take the Origin game over to Western Australia? Because we've got at least one new fan. Joshy Luke.
Joshua Luke's on some like board, like sports board.
And thanks, Joshy Luke. The NRL
WA.
are paying us to like interact with Western Australian fans, so we're going to sing a song for you right now. Joshy Luke. He is a new fan from the west of Australia.
Joshy Luke.
Did you put the auto-tune filter on the live thing?
The
or did
T-Pain.
people just like, yeah?
Nah,
People just heard me singing terribly.
T-Pain, we'd get a strike on YouTube with any like auto-tune from both Sher and T-Pain, so we had to avoid that. So Tim Allen asked, when's the play-by-play commentary coming up? We're not sure, Tim, if that's sort of the plan for tonight. So if you're looking for play-by-play, it might not happen. I mean, there'll be plays which we commentate on because we'll probably try to put the LBTF spin on it and take it in weird and wonderful directions that you probably won't hear for regular commentary. So yeah, play-by-play probably won't be how it plays out, but thanks for asking, Tim. That's what I'm going to say. Thanks for everyone for being in the chat rooms,
the big
online.
The big thing about New
moment.
South Wales, the news leading up to there, is that the New South Wales last year they walked from their hotel at the Novotel to the stadium and like through the public. You know, kind of in the past, like in the Queenslanders have like driven down Caxton Street, etc. The big thing about New South Wales this year is they're apparently walking through a tunnel from their practice ground to the stadium, which hasn't been used since Kathy Freeman worked there during the 2000 Olympics. And I'm a bit fucking worried about this tunnel. If this tunnel hasn't been used in 19 years, full of spiders, full of snakes, has someone been employed to maintain this tunnel the whole time?
Kathy Freeman. So that's like where she lives. They actually gifted it to Kathy, and they're like, Kathy, can you just do like sweet renos on this? And
I expect to see Mitchell Pearce turn up in that Kathy Freeman type suit, the sprint suit.
Well,
that takes time off the board.
That's the thing. After seeing Thorpe in Origin camp, I went back and had a bit of a nostalgia trip of the Olympics because they were talking about because Thorpe went to camp and he talked about how he won the relay and how he had to come back and stuff. He was losing, so he had to like push himself and all this kind of stuff to inspire the Blues. And it's a sick race. You watch it. And then it just got me down the YouTube rabbit hole where the next one was the Kathy Freeman race. And the commentary...
It's a great YouTube rabbit hole to go down.
the commentary.
Don't click on. You're on YouTube right now watching our stream. Don't click on these YouTube videos that Pedro's recommending.
Use a different device. So you listen to the commentary, and they're just like, this is how ballsy I don't know, labby Kathy was. She was just
She's got a big labia, old Kath.
She was just like, had never used the super suit before. And the commentator was like, she's only used it once before in this certain race in Australia. And she's like, she must be bloody confident. And she was. She caned it. That's Kathy. You know? And that's what I think. If Piercy came out in the Kathy Freeman super suit, I'd be like, yeah, we're definitely going to win.
And this Origin series has been weird in that Kevin Walters has had the whole coach whisperer, Bradley Stubbs. And but Freddie Fittler is weird in his own right. And you know who's also weird? Mitch Pearce. Like, when he got in the trouble with the dog, and we all know that story, he went away and then he came back to the media and reinvented himself as like a real new age guy. And he always talks about how he's read all those self-help books and stuff. So, you know, I don't know how Pearce is going to go tonight. That's like a super big question. But you can't deny that, like, if he doesn't win, it's not because he's read enough bullshit, like, philosophy books.
Yeah.
He's, like, really into Deepak Chopra and that sort of shit.
We need to get those photos that were taken by the papers at the time where he's just in the park, like, drawing. And he's just got, like, a big art pad and he's just, like, drawing the birds and whatnot.
So, obviously, we're both New South Wales fans. Let's talk about Queensland for a little bit.
Yeah.
If I'm scared about someone from Queensland, I'm going to talk about a player. But, Pedro, you're a Melbourne Storm fan. I can kind of pick who it might be. I'm scared about Munster. Are you scared about Munster tonight?
Well, it is the Monster Mash, so that, I mean, in its own sense, brings about fear, just 'cause it's, like, about spooky stuff, like a Monster Mash is very spooky.
He did the fullback crash.
So, yeah, they were playing some highlights from Game 1 earlier on the Channel 9 telecast. Shout out to Channel 9, like, no, not really. How many block ads can Channel 9 put in a telecast? But anyway, they were doing some highlights of the first game, and old Munster did mash up the Blues defensive line. So if he has another game like that, he can pretty much single-handedly dismantle the Blues and set up a lot of tries for some other people.
Yeah, scary. So, look, if anyone's in the chat, can they say who they're going for, New South Wales or Queensland? And maybe a bit of a prediction. How many points they're going to win by?
Yeah, let's get those predicts going. So we got Joshua Luke, he's Queensland. Bruce Kay says, all the pressure on the Blues, game set up for Mighty Maroons, boy. I don't know if that implies that he is a Queenslander or he just thinks he's a typical New South Welshman and he knows that we will lose tonight because that's just how it goes for New South Wales. We lose the big games.
Yeah, well, of course, I'm not being New South Wales fans. We're not confident at all. Like it would not surprise me if, like, flash forward 2 hours, me and Pedro are crying in each other's shoulders, weeping, drying each other's tears with our own eyebrows. We got thick eyebrows. You don't know us about that.
So yeah, a few more come through. Gillard Goldman, made of gold? Question mark. Maybe it's fool's gold. He says Queensland by 4. There's a lot of short differentials in the score. People are saying 4 and 6.
It's going to be a close game. I mean, that game 2 was like a blowout by the Blues, and I don't think anyone thinks this game's going to be a blowout at all, in that it's going to be close one way or another. We're seeing some footage on the screen, Channel 9 commentary. Darren Lockyer scoring a try, but most importantly, Matt King was in the background. He's League by Fireplace's favourite Origin player, Matt King, the god amongst men.
Yeah. What is it, the 2005 series? I think he scored like 3 tries in that last game. And they all talk up Johns, how Johns came back and saved 2005. I think fucking Matt King saved 2005. Fuck Johns.
The other thing, a bit of a news coming about, like last year, Billy Slater won the Man of the Series, and they've talked about how they're going to re-change that rule so you have to play in all 3 games to be Man of the Series. which like is very reactive by the NRL or the organisation because, for example, Tommy Turbo had a great game last game. James Maloney, if they like kill it this game, why will they be ruled out?
Yeah.
So the token joke is who's going to win Man of the Series tonight? Probably Billy Slater. Is the very easy joke to take.
Even Gould came up with that joke during the week. Yeah, like it makes. I think as a player that you potentially just plays 3 games like a benchy or something, like a Cam Murray, they're like, well, my chances of being named player of the series are heaps high because there's some players like Tommy Turbo. Well, he can't be in there. Maloney,
sorry,
influential player.
Sorry, you're saying Cam Murray is prepared to play Game 3 going, maybe I'm going to be person of the series. It's not going to happen. It's going to be Tedesco. He's played all 3.
I reckon there'll be a series where it will just be, look, by default, you've played 3 games. Everyone else was like...
Okay, so we got... If you're watching the TV right now, the Blues are walking down some stairs. There's a person ahead of them clearing out the snakes and... spiders. There's the corpse of Jumping Jai Tarima from Sydney 2000. Tatiana Grigorieva, another Olympic athlete. You guys remember 2000, don't you? Maybe some people don't. Do we have any... Put on the YouTube chat your age. Was any of you not alive for the 2000 Olympics or don't remember it?
Hi, ASL. Shannon Beaumont's joined the chat, so thanks for joining us, Shannon.
Blues for life. I'm seeing a Queensland upset. Shannon, mate, have a little bit of faith.
No, that's the appropriate amount of New South Wales faith. I appreciate that. Oh, Thurston's down in the change room, inspiring the troops.
Thurston's putting on a jersey. He's going to play number 7. Nah.
And then there's some just other guy in a maroon blazer.
Joshua Luke says, hashtag... Wendell, misspelt, hashtag big ass, hashtag Queenslander.
Typical Queenslander can't even spell arse. He's called it orse. Maybe that's a
there's Freddie walking. This tunnel will get lit up. How much do they pay for this? This tunnel's been like not been there for 19 years and shit's happening.
I reckon little golf like service vehicles probably use it. It's been Kathy Freeman, service vehicles, and now the Blues. That's the whole, I guess, list of people who have used that tunnel.
The crowd's going up. Maybe. Queensland are waiting in the sheds. This is the whole thing too, that New South Wales are trying to do this new like walk out on the stadium routine. Queensland will make them wait for some sort of psychological reason. Bradley Stubbs, new age man, made them do that.
If they make you wait, make them wait longer. Reference Mr. Stubbs. Oh, they're even in the tunnel now, just making them wait. This is the ultimate burn.
So, Queensland fans, Daly Cherry Evans is the captain. Are you a Daly Cherry Evans fan or not? Like the weird thing is, like, Queensland loves their own players, yet there's some sort of thing where DCE is not the most popular guy north of the border.
I mean, if you
from those 3 Gold Coast Titans fans that care about that.
If you have a nape fetish or a neck fetish, then yeah, Cherry Evans is all up in your dreams.
Or if, like, Happy Healthy Harold, the giraffe, taught you about sexual education and you associate sex with giraffes, DCE might, like, make you, like, get a bit warm downstairs in both your penis and your vag. What equal opportunity right here.
Chambers, yeah, he's been quiet this series. I'd have to say, old Chamberlain. So we're just chilling back here, having a few bevies. Shout out to Wayward Brewing. That's what I'm on, the old Pilsners. What are you on, Lobby?
I'm drinking Young Henry's Newtowner, so...
I don't know if what YouTube policy is for promoting drinking.
Well, we're just naming a brand. Like, rappers can, like, sing about brands in their songs.
Yeah. Strikes incoming, potentially.
Not everyone drinks beers or not everyone, like, drinks alcohol, but if there's anyone out there on the YouTube channel, what are you drinking tonight? What's your beverage of choice?
Tell me what's your flavor.
Woo!
What's your flavor? Right. Here they come. After all that waiting, after all of the waiting, not even for the Queensland team, but also Blues fans, with all the hype, it's finally come. The time is now.
If you're watching on YouTube, like we're on Twitter as well, we're not going to tweet as much, but there's a few people on Twitter. There's a guy called League by the Fireplace Burner who pretends he's us or likes all our tweets. And he said, should I crack a beer at 5 a.m.? So we're trying to figure out this guy who has the burner account. He's in a different time zone. Do we have to like detective what time zone he is?
Yeah, 5 a.m. That's some sort of British maybe time zone, I'm going to say.
Gillard Goldman's having a Pacifico. That's like, Pacifico's, is that a Mexican brew?
That's Mexican, yeah.
You got Corona, Sol, Dos Equis, Pacifico.
Pacifico's kind of like, yeah, the unknown Mexican, but just as good. I had a Pacifico when I was over in Mexico recently.
Tim Allen says not two is new. That's fair enough. Don't blame you.
Doesn't want to jump on the sponsorship bandwagon. So yeah, here come the, I guess, the national anthem. Let's see if the boys don't sing, which I kind of support. I'm with the boys. I stand with the boys, not singing. We got to represent
it's not like we're going to lose people.
population.
Not like we're going to lose people off the stream, but I think we should have a new anthem.
Shout out to that.
See you, Maggers.
Maggers out.
Jack White, and I'm a Canberra fan. Love Jackie.
Yeah, so for those not in the know, I'm a Storm fan in regular season. Lobby's a Canberra fan. A shout out I did want to give was to the Green Machine podcast. So they gave us a few shout outs for this YouTube stream.
If you're a Canberra fan, you can listen to their podcast.
So yeah, if you're a Canberra fan, go check it out.
I guess they're on. Sorry, if you're a Lobby fan, I'm also on there occasionally. So.
Oh yeah, so you just might have to dip in there. Presto! Look at that, it's Presto Lobby.
We haven't talked about it, but like, is it rude to talk over the anthem? Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck.
I think it was more rude to talk over Presto doing a Welcome to Country. I think that's what it was. We don't have the volume up very much, so
we're keeping the volume down.
'Cause yeah, we're not sure about the legality of using having audio of Channel 9 in the background. They might.
Oh shit! I can't see anything. This chick's dress is blinding.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Gillard Goldman says press dog. I agree.
Ethan Lowe playing, by the way, is kind of weird. Like, he played in North Queensland. Last year, he got dropped from their team. Like, he didn't even play for first team. Suddenly, you come down to South Sydney, get coached by Wayne Bennett, and then Queensland gives a shit about you. And I don't mind Ethan Lowe. Ethan Lowe's been my mate. He's kind of one of my dogs. And, like, I like saying, Ethan Lowe, to the tune of a Pearl Jam song, Even Flow. So Ethan Lowe, even though I'm a New South Wales supporter, want to see old Ethan Lowe do well. Got a feeling he might not.
You should like start a podcast with jokes that ruffle.
If you're kind of into very terribly tedious bad puns, you might want to subscribe to League by the Fireplace.
So for the next hour, Lobby will be providing you with pun upon pun upon pun.
The only other connection we have to Queensland is that Jared Wallace got dropped from the team. Fair enough, because he's from Sawtell, New South Wales. Not actually a Queenslander. They always steal everyone's players. Whatever.
So I just want to let everyone know the kickoff's coming up now. So if on your TV the kickoff is about to be booted, pause the game.
Pistol C was commenting. He's like, Boyd Corner's got such a great bum chin. Can't disagree with that.
So
that is a fact.
Yeah, pause the game, and then when we come up to it in our audio, we'll say, "All right, we're kicking off now," and then you can start the game back up, and then we'll be in sync for life. We'll be like,
but it seems like it's happening.
Eskimo brothers.
Seems like it's in. We're going okay.
Yeah,
like in terms of like being live.
We're live. But we're not in sync. I think we're a bit delayed.
We're not in sync. We're Backstreet Boys. LB Tiff's back. All right.
We're more 3T, which was like, I think Michael Jackson's like cousin or something.
Do you think Dave Clemmer is harder to tackle with or without hair? I think he's become a better player since he's grown a bit of hair. I don't want to seem like bias against bald people, but okay. So we're kicking off.
Here it goes.
First hit up of an Origin game is what you want to see.
Kicking off now. Boot. And there it is. I love the first hit up. You got to love it.
Offengowie. New South Wales want to show some dominance early.
Yeah. One thing I want to know is, what was Kevy's rating on that kickoff?
Well, he's receiving the kickoff. So look, as the game's going on, we're not going to talk all the time, but we'd like to hear comments, and we're going to comment when big things happen. We're not going to do play-by-play, so...
Yeah, Pistol C, bum chin, I agree. If that's Cordner you're talking about, his bum chin is wickedly deep. Oh, man. It's so weird. I just get this fucking,
They're kicking on the
State
fourth.
of
They're kicking on the
origin
fourth, but it's not a great
anxiety.
kick from Morgan. Goes out. Okay.
Maybe that's a tactic. Avoid the, Ferguson bringbacks early, I reckon.
They're scared of the old Fergie.
So that could be a tactic from Queensland, just to, kick it out. So it's a standing start rather than having Fergie piss bolting back at you at 1,000,000 mile an hour with no fear. Now his face is totally destroyed. There's no self-preservation whatsoever.
No, he really cared about his nose before. First scrum for New South Wales. What's happening here?
First scrum, yeah. Here it goes.
There you go. There's old
There's
Fergie.
Fergie.
Old
Still
Fergie
did the hit
Betnose going over.
So yeah, I guess we've had some predictions. We've had the predictions of the score. What about first try score? If you just setting up your multis or whatever, in-game multis.
Yeah, I bet before the game because it's harder to bet during the game. But I put money on Mitchell Pearce first try score. He's paying $21 or something, just because he might everyone thinks he's going to pass it out wide. Bit of a show and go from Mitchell Pearce. Could be okay.
Look, I'm going to put my prediction out there. Can I just join the two turbos together and say a turbo, a TRBO will score? But I kind of want Jake to score more because that's just them huge odds, yo. So Lobby just brought me a beer delivery.
Yeah, we're bringing
Thank
over
you, Lobby.
these things happen.
Shout out to all the people out there doing the deliveries.
Gillard-
Whether it be beer deliveries from the fridge, if
John-
you're pizza delivering and you're somehow listening to this but not watching the game.
Gillard thinks Felice Kafusi was going to be the first try scorer. Anyone else got a first try scorer there? Joshy Luke says Alfie Langer will be the first try scorer, which I don't mind. If you're going there, why not Dale Shearer?
So
Bit of a bomb there from Munster. He's kicking even from fullback. Ferguson was fucking confused, and that was forward. The refs didn't call that because they knew they'd have a back out. But here we go. Here goes Addo-Carr.
Yeah, Addo-Carr is a sick lad. Melbourne Storm representing. Here's Tommy Turbo. Oh, God.
Look, we didn't talk about the weather, but what about... It's a dry track, Pedro.
A dry track for ANZ is still pretty, boggy, though, apparently. It's a real sloppy, dewy track down there. So...
Pistol C says Jack Whiten's going to get first try scorer. I think that could be correct as well.
Right, so we saw the first penalty to the home team.
There'll be
And I like that. I think that's just a ref being nice, to just give it to the home team. That's just what their duty is as a ref, to be home ground advantage.
There's Dave Clemworth here running
First
it up.
penalty to the home team.
Let's see what happens here.
This could be a try scoring opportunity.
Pedro's calling it early.
Sayafiti. Give it to my turbo boys. Oh, gaps opening up.
Ethan Lowe making a good tackle. Love him. Ethan Lowe. Every time he gets the ball or something, we go, Ethan Lowe.
It's a long tackle, and what do we do here? Attack of the two.
Wow, will they take the two? I think they will. Okay, they are taking the two. So the other thing that happened during the week, Origin talk, they talked about the New South Wales goal kicker. For the backup goal kicker, Blake Ferguson might be the backup. which is weird. And also Ethan Lowe might be the first choice kicker for Queensland. So in the weekend past, we saw the Sharks miss 5 goals, and that kept them out of the match. So goal kicking is important as ever, and we've got some fucking part-time kickers playing big roles potentially.
But wait, who would, say Blake Ferguson wasn't the backup kicker, who would be our second string?
For New South Wales, obviously Maloney's taking the penalty now.
Does Tedesco take it? No.
No.
Any of the turbos? No. Cookie? No.
No.
So I think it's sound to sort of say, Fergo, you're backup.
Yeah, and they had a kind of humorous challenge for that during the week. I've seen, being a Raiders fan, Fergo tried to take attempts at times for the club, and he was terrible, but that was years ago.
Yeah, but he also tried to not do dirty shit in nightclubs, but that didn't work out for him. So
I think Cleary's in the crowd, which some people say should have been from game on onwards.
That's another good bum chin. If Pistol C's still on bum chin watch, another good bum chin. So we're lacking bum chinnery. We've halved our bum chinnery with Cleary being out.
Well, how many bum chins does Queensland have? We got 2. Well, 1 in the starting lineup.
So, I don't know. I think Kevy will be happier with that kickoff that Queensland just did there.
That's his main
Blakey
focus.
Bringing it out. That's what I like to see. Bringing it out hard. And
it's Mitch's
spreading
piss.
It early. Love it.
Jackie Whiten.
Jackie Whiten.
We can't sing every song to Even Flow by Pearl Jam.
I think it works. James Maloney. Oh, Teddy gets mash.
Do you know what's a great combination? Cook to Tedesco. And I hope Nick Politis isn't hearing this, because he'll try and fucking snare him somehow. But those two have a bit of an innate connection. When they play together, it seems very they play really well. So,
and
that could be the New South Wales half spine pairing for a while.
Because they have so much speed. Do you think it's just the
what is this
time
penalty
runs
for?
Slower for them?
There's a penalty for some reason.
Yeah. Ref.
Josh Luke says, Puhani, which way did this just happen? Despo kitch to touch? I don't understand that.
That's just typical Josh Luke.
From what we've learned about Joshy Luke from this half an hour that we've known him on this chat, he's a character, but you don't know what he's saying the whole time. And sometimes his typing is okay, but sometimes you don't understand it.
I think Channel 9 should give him some sort of late-night hot dogs-esque show.
Joshy Luke, if Brad Fittler can make New South Wales coach and he's unintelligible, you've got a gig.
You're next in line.
I hate to say it, but Josh Maguire is a very strong player, even though he's a rat dog.
Wow, they were good on the edge there, Queensland. Didn't know.
And then Ben Hunt goes with a nice run. Ben Hunt is a great hooker if he needs to run. When he needs to pass, not his biggest strength.
Fergo. He'll bring it back all day, I reckon.
He's a bit of a stat patter-roll, Fergo.
Yeah, doing a good job, though.
Addo Carr, I love that virility.
Yes, look at that. Straight over the top of Lowe and giving him
Yes.
service.
Ethan Lowe got run over by Josh Addo Carr.
Addo Carr.
Pistol C says, go the Blues and go Josh Papali. I can sense that he's a Raiders fan. Because I'm the same. I go for the Blues and Papa at the same time.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen Jake Trbojevic be stopped.
Bit of second play here, but then Pearce is overplaying his hand. Jackie Wine's got a bit of a fend. That's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Fending the smaller boys on the field, the Cherry Evans. Haven't seen Moses Mbye do much yet.
No.
He's
okay, well, Munster took a catch, which is what Ponga failed to do. This is not going to be Perth over again with a terrible fullback, Kalen Ponga.
Yeah. He looked a bit shook after that old Ponga. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how he comes back in clubland, I reckon.
So they're putting up a stat, 60-40 possession New South Wales to Queensland. It's been very even so far. I don't think there's been a drop ball in the first 10 minutes. So
no drop
very
ball,
even.
but a few penalties. So the ref has been
Okay, they're spreading wide. And Munster is more dangerous on the left when he's a half. Because he's a fullback, he's popping over everywhere. Didn't get a ball away there, but he's looking dangerous either side. New South Wales has got to be careful. Fair enough.
And that's fine. Good set by Queensland. I'll give them reps where it's due. And that's where Munster's going to really open us up, I reckon. He is the danger man. So Burner Boy on the old Twitter, he's drinking the Corona in a can. Edition Limitada. So, yeah, thanks for sharing, Burner Boy. Few people on the old Mexican ales, which is good for the Mexican economy. Holding up that economy well, in spite of Trump Lord.
Mexico's marijuana economy has gone down since California legalized marijuana. They can't buy Mexican weed in California. Well, they can, but it's not economically viable. But they'd rather buy Mexican beers because it's cheaper than California beer. So, where the marijuana market has been depressed, the Mexican beer market has gone up, and that's what we see in our chat so far.
We need the marijuana caravan to come from Mexico. Hopefully Trump lets that one
Gillard Goldman says money, which is Cameron Munster's nickname. It's kind of weird because, money sounds like cunny, which is a nickname for vagina.
Or just money, money, money. Just an ABBA fan.
Can't you just take that one step further and go Cashman? Money, Cashman. Joshua Luke says Stephen Paul hashtag. I don't know what that means.
Turbo makes a rare mistake. That was potential Turbo try times 3. They would have just given him 3 tries because they're just it's Tommy. He'll eventually score 3. So let's just give him 3 tries.
Each team's feeling each other out now. They're feeling each other up like desperate teenagers. They're still in the foreplay stage.
Teddy's definitely
no one is prepared to penetrate yet. They're really touching each other up and trying to get each other moist.
Right, so here we go. Set move. Are they going to move it wide? They will. Queensland style. Chambers, I'd say very ineffective through this season. Hasn't been as dominant.
We'll
is
see.
He losing? Is it just an age thing?
I think out there it's Chambers and Gay Guy on Whiten and Auto Car. Those 4 players in isolation match up very well. Yet with Munster making the extra man, might make a fool of them. So Queensland are getting into the 20 here. I think this is going to be a bit dangerous. They're setting up on the left, but I think this might be a play to come out to the right.
But Munster's in the tackle, so they can't do too many good wraparound stuff. Oh, no, Hunt's out, so Hunt's going to be in the play. No, Corey Norman just kicks. Interesting.
Jackie Boy took a cash, but it's a forced dropout.
Good work, boys. Good work, boys. Good work to the Blues, boys. We'll take that.
These things happen. It shows how tense that game is. It's not going to be a walkover. It's going to be a very close game.
There wasn't even a Queensland chase on this,
that's
really.
The first.
They were just opportunistically, lingering back there.
No, Daly Cherry Evans did his job as a half pushing in, and, that's the first forced dropout. That's what it is. It's going to be a close game that's just getting tense.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Look at Blatchy's Blues in the background. They're not even getting up and cheering. They're just all down there with their fucking blue wigs, sitting down.
I like how not big 40 metres, to Rabs. He's not big enough. Not impressed with a 40-metre kick.
My cock's 42 metres.
I mean, on the hypotenuse, that was probably, longer than 40 metres. But he's just no, didn't even get to the 40-metre line. I could do better. Next minute, Rabsy's just out there kicking field goals from halfway.
I think this is a big moment in the game. New South Wales keep them out. That'll give you confidence. But Queensland getting one in now will be big blow.
Very true.
There you go.
There it is.
Someone on the chat said Kafusi would score first try.
I'm going to say
So good on them. I think it might be Gillard.
Yeah, old Gillard said Carfoose. Wow.
Felice Kafusi, he's a Melbourne Storm player, but like he's a second rower that knows where to be, not just to run a hole, knows when someone's going to put a kick through. And he hasn't had his best sort of 12 months. Even last year he didn't play well for Melbourne, and he usually plays on the right, doesn't he, as a second rower? Maybe him and Lowe have swapped sides, but him getting that try there and knowing where to be shows his quality. He's played for the Kangaroos before.
And that's come off Corey Norman's boot as well. So now Corey Norman's definitely a confidence player. He can definitely go missing when the team's down. But now they're up and he has, like, I guess, assisted that try. I don't know if it's actually...
That's a typical Corey Norman.
He will, like, be buoyed by that.
That's a typical Corey Norman kick too. Like a little grubber that dribbles down on the foot. Like a lot of 5'8s put grubbers dead. Corey Norman just dribbles it off the foot like he's dribbling a Canadian club down a Varjuja.
Yeah, so...
Ethan Luhu is taking the goal kick.
So give me another 4 minutes and I reckon I'll be able to analyse fully what's happening with this game. I just need a bigger data set. I'm not really sure if... We sort of heard vaguely Gould there in the chat. Not in the Levi the Fireplace chat. That'd be hilarious. But on the commentary saying that he thinks that New South Wales are just sort of waiting for Queensland to come to them. So I'm like... Yeah, we need a bit more of a data set to see where they stand, whether like this is just a sort of, I don't know, a reward for good pressure or just a bit of opportunism there for Queensland and, New South Wales were just lacking coming up in defence or the fullback defending the try line.
Gillard Goulburn says, I've never understood the Canadian club and Norman references.
Can't you just Google that?
There's a pornographic video where he drinks a Canadian club drink from a can through a lady's vagine.
Big puppy-esque sort of...
Yeah, like there was an NRL sex scandals on the off season, but this one was like 18 months ago. Felice Kafusi has apparently told the commentators on the sideline that was all coach whisperer. That was all Bradley C. Stubbs.
Oh, that's damaging. Yeah, damaging penalty there. Back to back.
Channel 9's coming out with the Telstra tracker, which no one knows what that means. It's a stat that is just created and it's not a real thing. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Google
Telstra tracker, is that like, do they have like a thing is like how good their Wi-Fi is or their 5G is at the time? I don't know what Telstra tracker is. It's 6-2 at this stage, and Queensland are getting into territory well, which they didn't do in Perth. Their forwards are hitting up all right. The old rat eye gouge Maguire is playing well.
I think they're all playing composed Queensland. That's what I'm not liking. I wanted a bit of sort of, what would you say, discomposure after the shellacking in Perth?
Discomposure's a word.
But they're just very chilled, and I don't like it. And so they're just going through motions, and they've got like a lot of skilled like halves.
There's Munster. There's Mbai. Oh, okay.
So that's Mbai's
Ferguson
job.
shut him out, but Mbai's not a centre as far as we know. It's a fifth tackle. Kick in. Oh, tackled in the air potentially. Okay, the ref calls it that way. Jackie Longlegs versus Willie Chambers. That happens.
I don't reckon that should be called tackling there. I would have been happy there with the play on.
I mean, if we wrote the rules, that wouldn't be a penalty, but that's what it is. Tackle in the air. That's what it's been for 2 years or so.
Shame. Shame. GOT shame. Oh. I wonder if I would be actually diagnosed with anxiety while watching State of Origin. If all the symptomology was there,
You'd have to have a psychologist visit you 3 times a year.
And he's just like, you wouldn't believe the number of call-outs I get at this time of year.
Most of them from Mitchell Pearce.
Yeah, it's a bit clunky in attack. It's not as...
That's okay. At least the Blues are trying to re-establish territory now.
Which they have. Their forwards are going forward. But I guess that was off the back penalty, so...
Damien Cook, yeah, a bit of a starter step. Yeah, pass it back inside to Pearcey. Let's... Okay, well, at least that Pearce that kick from Pearce landed on the 1 metre line.
Yeah.
Oh, big hit. This is where you need defence to stand up. They're going to call that. Okay, that could be a penalty. That could be an opportunity where the refs call it a penalty because they made a second movement.
But let's.
Oh no, they did call it a penalty. They did call it a penalty. That's one of those 50-50 things.
Yeah.
Where I don't like that new rule interpretation for the last couple of years. I'd prefer people flopping down as a fullback. You can make a good tackle.
But I thought as well, because the motion was there. I mean, he only briefly might have touched the ball on the ground, but then he got turned over and the momentum sort of kept him. See, he never touched the ball on the ground. His elbows never made the ground. That's a shame.
That's the rules. That's a 50-50 call. That could go either way. And
yeah.
That's fair enough. That's just how they call it.
I'm not the
Ethan Lowe charges into Dave Clemmer.
I'm not the one to jump on board all this ref bashing that's happening lately. I totally agree ref should have domination of the game.
Josh Papali, that is hard meters and making a footstep in the right direction. And then Ben Hunt, he's not a bad runner from dummy half and gets it out. Are they going to... No, they're not going to take me over the sideline.
Kafus is not loose.
By the way, I can't feed my family because I bet that Mitch Pearce would be first try scorer, so I don't know how...
Safer bet would be to see Pearce in rehab after potentially this game.
Virgo took a catch.
Losing. And he's ripping it out now.
I'm liking this scoreline. 21 minutes in, 6-2. That's fine. That's good.
Oh, that's a good hit.
Good hit.
Is a good hit.
Oh, that's Offengowie. No, it's Papa. Sorry, I thought it was Offa, but... Yeah. Okay. So Papa didn't get penalised for that good tackle.
I think it was Offengowie.
It was for Offa doing the other bullshit in the tackle.
Look at that hit. That's good.
Papa's got really good timing in tackles.
That's how he's also just made of steel. Look at that body.
That's how he's owned Paul Gallen for years.
Yeah. Who's that on? Farnukin?
So New South Wales made some changes. They've got Vaughan and Finucane on. They've taken their props off. Obviously, that meterage isn't enough.
Yeah. The double deuce.
Gillard on the chat says Mitch Pearce is playing like a house on fire. And that burning houses are not a good thing, I assume. Cookie. Good run, Cookie. But then taken by Ethan Lowe.
That's good.
Oh, that's a forward pass, and that's a knock-on.
The
refs have not called anything. Yes, they have. Suddenly, they'll force to make a decision by 5 mistakes in a row, eventually.
But that's Origin. Refs don't know how to make decisions. That's Origin. That's fine. That
is a knock-on.
Yeah, we'll say knock-on. I don't tolerate any sort of droppage of ball. Well, I don't like where they're like, oh, that went.
Well, there's a new directive. Like if someone
back.
puts up a kick and like a fullback or winger drops it backwards, they're like, That's a drop ball. Are you into that?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Catch that damn ball, fullback.
You're into like the touch football rules. It hits the ground. It's like a knock on.
Your job description as fullback. Top 1. Catch huge bombs on full and not drop them.
Oh, Ethan Loho.
Second point in job description. Run it back pretty hard. Make at least half a post-contact meter when running back.
I've got to say, we're 24 minutes in now. Queensland have had the best of the Blues so far. And we'll see what happens with this set. But there's momentum swings, and New South Wales haven't had a momentum swing. I don't think if I was Freddie, which I am, I'm Freddie Fittler, commentating from the box.
He's coming through into your mind.
That I'd be that disappointed. I'm earthing my feet to grass and the floor, and I'm fine with it. I'm cool with it.
Well, he is on the sideline. He did say he was going to be on the sideline. I don't know if he kept that promise. But does he have his shoes off? Is he earthing with the ground?
Kathy Freeman's like, we're doing a pre-game speech. This is not a 100-meter race. This is a 400-meter race, which I excelled at. And I walked through the tunnel to do. And even though Mare Jose Perec, who was not in that race because she dogged it, is leading over the first 100, doesn't mean you'll not win over the 400. It's what Kathy Freeman teaches us all. Oh, Dane Guy took that ball.
He's not happy about it. Got a couple of knees, I think, or at least the shin to the ribs from old, I think it was Addo Carr, so that's good. Well, good if you're a New South Wales supporter, because Gay Guy seems to be, he seems like he's hurting.
Gay Guy's a little bit hurt.
Yeah, I'd keep working those ribs.
Another penalty, which I think was probably for the offside, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
All the penalties have been fair so far.
How dare you say that, Lobby? I am some sort of one-eyed ref hater.
Francis Semi says, what is the score now? It is Queensland 6, New South Wales 2.
Where you at, Francis? Why are you asking the score? Do you not have some sort of TV?
I can kind of understand in that, like, not everyone can watch a live broadcast. If they're in part of the world, they can't even get the radio from there. Maybe this is the only Origin stream they can get. So, Francis Sammy, if this is the only Origin coverage you get, I pray for your soul. Unfortunately for you.
I will give you my KO login just so you can, you
they
can't even watch it on KO.
We could give him a KO login, but it depends what country he's in. So
you got to get that 9 Live, which apparently didn't work too well when
Queensland are throwing the ball around well. They go to Mbai. Tommy Turbo has him covered in defence. Mitch Pearce handles it as well.
Don't like that. But they're going side to side here. I like it. They're stretching New South Wales.
Oh, yeah. Okay, he's put down. Hey, Max, how you going? Who do you go for? Me and Pedro both go for New South Wales.
Wow, another offside penalty. Yeah, this is crazy. A lot of penalties here. I'm not enjoying the penalties. I think they're going to take the 2. All right.
They will. Might be. They're going to take goal kicks. We don't really rate goal kicks. Me and Pedro are going to go cross swords and have peas and get more beers. Okay, should we take turns? I'm doing a pee, Pedro. Keep the people occupied.
Lobby did mention he did go to the Warren View pub here, up in Enmore on his way to the log cabin. So he's a bit more full than old Pedro. So what do we got on the chat here? Andrew G, he's watching on 9 Live, which must be the streaming service. So what's the quality like, Andrew G? Let us know. Lee Gainley says, this is the only stream I can find in the UK, listening while I tattoo. All right, so Lee Gainley, what are you tattooing? Who are you tattooing? Some sort of... maybe Japanese mafia boss doing a koi fish for that bloke. Old wavy tricky boy, a.k.a. Max, says Queensland all the way, not New South Wales. I don't know if he's talking about the recent election and how Queensland just helped old ScoMo get in there. or the game or his allegiances. As we see another 2 points go over for Queensland, they are now
I'm back, guys.
convoited try ahead. Lobby is now back.
The thing you guys got to know about me is that
my.
my bladder is so tiny.
Have you had testing on this? Or
No,
is
just
this
like
all self-diagnosed.
I have like when I like have beers, I have one beer, one wee. Is that fine? Am I telling you? Should I do this on the live stream or not?
Fiona, well, that is the name. Mitroukas.
It's just so sad that Queensland is winning. I
agree with your 5 sad crying face emoticons. It's not a great start. It's not the start we probably wanted, but
all the penalties.
When is losing the start you wanted?
All the penalties have been fair. We're not refs faulting at all. I think all the penalties have been fair. The refs been pretty acute.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about the penalties. I think in Origin you really do need to just
Christian Welsh is on. He's deserved an Origin debut for ages. Storm player. They thought his ACL was done, and then he turned up on Monday and the radiologist fucked up. Actually, you're cool, and now he's playing. So that happens.
Yeah, Maloney nearly got a flop penalty before. And then even I think he chased the kicker and nearly chopped at the leg there. So, phew. But I don't think Maloney's been as involved. There's been a lot of Pearce. There's been a lot of focus on
It just seems like Queensland attitude has been way better. Look at those tacklers surrounding him. They're not making Ferguson make any meters. They've got a way better attitude to turning up in defence every single set. And that's what we want. We want a good game.
Well, it's this
Pearce had a bit of run.
Effort values they talk about.
There's been no New South Wales sort of Cook and Tedesco haven't been able to put their flair on the game because they've been contained. And this is where the forwards need to stand up.
Yeah.
The Queensland forwards like Ethan Lowe and Papali. Papali's been the best player in the park so far, I think.
Has someone got an Ethan Lowe count yet for Lobby? How many Ethan Lowe has been done? Because I'm thinking we're up to about 50.
My dad...
How many runs has Ethan Lowe done?
My father is Eddie Vedder, and he gets royalties every time I say, Ethan Lowe.
God, so many strikes incoming from YouTube.
Yeah, is that stream about to get taken offline for copyright of Pearl Jam songs? Oh, okay.
Wait, that was a bit odd from old Fergo. Did the little foot dance shuffle.
No, New South Wales players have been able to put their stamp on the game with their skills and Cook and Tedesco. There we go. Adokar, they're trying to do something, but I think Queensland have been dominating so far in the forwards, and that's a big game.
So there's some important news come through from Gillard Goldman. I just might wait till this set for New South Wales because if you haven't noticed, I'm a bit invested in New South Wales winning this. So I just want to see this one set, and then we'll get to what Gillard has put up as a cool story. I think. Last tackle here from Du Bois. What's going to happen? I think it'll just be diffused. It won't even be we won't even get a repeat set.
Bit of a bomb from the Maloneys. Corey Oates has not done nothing this game, but he doesn't have a very good turning circle.
So yeah, Gillard's story. He played Colts Union, and he played with Welsh's brother. CW Christian Welsh has has watched Gillard Goldman do some great runs in Division 4 Colts. And that's awesome. So, do you reckon Welshie is going to Bellamy going, I've seen this guy Gillard Goldman play in Colts against my brother?
I can
Holy shit.
I can nearly say that if... he goes to Tedesco, sorry. Fucking running through after Jackie long legs. If Christian Welsh didn't see Gillard play, he probably wouldn't be playing Origin right now. So when he wins the series, he's going to thank some people. But you might be on the thanking list.
That was it broke down so badly there.
I have a feeling that New South Wales are going to run in a try before halftime. There's a penalty, so we're not going to take the 2. Cynical penalty. Mick Morgan's on. He came on. Mick Morgan's off the bench. I don't know why he's on there. Who's replaced?
So we want to know any more like famous interactions with footy players, especially on the field. My most famous was
Off the field
when I played in high school. This was like year 12. I played against
Pedro. New
Scotty
South Wales.
Duro.
We're about to score a try. You can talk up your glory days.
Yeah, so
why not? Why not?
I'll talk up my glory days till we score a try. So I'll be talking all night, it seems. Because New South Wales, I don't think are going to win this.
So you played against Scotty Duro at the Catholic Schools College day, didn't you?
Yeah, no, we won the best in coughs. So we had.
Yeah, he got it down. Paulie Vaughan, the tip of the ball was on the line. We're going to go the video here, but they're going to call it a try.
Guts that
the
try.
video ref will have enough evidence that the tip of the ball touched the grass.
Yes. Paulie Vaughan just seems like a nice bloke. I've been watching a bit of the New South Wales.
Look at the reap. Yeah, the grass is touched.
I've been watching a bit of the New South Wales Rugby League, like little clips they do online. And he just seems like a really nice guy. Like, he was just like cuddling Cookie, going like, happy birthday, Cookie. And Cookie was like loving it like a little schoolgirl, just being like, oh, thanks, Vaughnie.
Well, League by the Fireplace love players that like represent the lower nations. By lower nations, he played for Italy. Paul Vaughan is an Italian representative. Paolo Vaughan, though.
So,
go the eye ties.
New South Wales are back in this, all tied
We
up
ordered
at
pizzas
halftime.
before, and Paul Vaughan's relative cooked us pizzas. Usually we can cut this like weird shit we say out in the podcast, but the Italians cooked us pizzas. Paul Vaughan's parents.
Just like the delay that's being experienced through our stream, we had a delay in getting the pizzas because we had to order them from Italy. So we actually like got them shipped over on a little plane.
No, we're like Paul Vaughan's parents are like our kid's about to play Origin. We're like, no, we need food. Give it to us, Vaughan family.
Give it to us, Vaughan family. So, another footy story. Pistol C says Paul Vaughan was the only country rugby league player, RIP City vs Country, to stop and sign my son's footy at the game in Tamworth a few years ago. So, see, that's just what marks the man as an absolute legend. Like, he's really grown into his role as a forward. Like, I never really rated him. And then he got... I think even after last year's series, I wasn't like, this guy's that good. But this series, he's really stepped up.
Pedro's lying to himself or has selective memory in that I go for the Raiders, he goes for the Storm. And there was a game 4 years ago where Paul Vaughan stepped 4 players and scored a try on the buzzer. And he was like, and it's like, oh my God, this is a prop with footwork. So you're forgetting Paul Vaughan has been skilled for years.
Is that selective memory or the fact that it was at the pub? So it's like those.
We were at the Vic on the hotel, I believe. Yeah,
Vic on the hotel.
Vic on the Park Hotel.
There's a hotel on a hotel. So yeah, there you go. That is a blast from the past, but I like it. I like having the correct information out there.
So it's $8 at the moment. 36 minutes. New South Wales are going to be at a roll on, which is disappointing because we're going to go to halftime soon. I don't know if they're going to run in another try before halftime. But there goes Tommy Turbo.
Turbo.
We've got a podcast coming out at midnight. Spoiler alert, one of the segments we did was talking about the Toroyevich brothers and their combined $1.8 million contract. So subscribe to League by the Fireplace on iTunes.
I'll do an all-nighter tonight because this telecast goes till about 10:30. Listen to our podcast till 11:30.
Yeah, we recorded the podcast yesterday knowing nothing.
Knowing nothing.
This is the worst kick I've ever seen in Origin. But it is... Oh, no. Okay, this is bad. This is all working out bad.
Broken play.
Okay, this is not great. Mitchell Pearce, what are you doing, mate?
Yeah, just take the hit, boys. Although Freddie's edict is one more pass. One more pass. One more pass. So I think they were just
So I got 2.5 minutes here for New South Wales to maybe hold out. Munster is looking dangerous. I think...
How did he get through that?
I think they're going to give away a penalty. I think it's going to be 10-8 at half-time. New South Wales has got to give a skeptical penalty if they're smart about it. Or they're going to try and defend their line. That's Finucane on. I've not seen Wade Graham on the field yet. Am I incorrect? Has Wade Graham not been on all night? A player was taken out.
He wasn't taken out. He
He was, and they've given... Lucky it wasn't near the try line.
He was just standing there. No penalty.
They've given penalty tries for that shit in the past.
Nah, it was too... The kick was too close to the line for it to be one of those type of things. And good run by Whiten. He is really stepping up into the Blues.
He takes the dirty man. It's like when he's at Canberra, he's got to do all the things himself. He tends to make mistakes. But if he knows his role as a centre... he just fucking does the dirty runs and knows what he needs to do.
Get in the muck. You go get in the muck, boy.
There's the mud.
And so I think the Blues are looking for half-time with that kind of kick.
They've still got 1:15. I don't know. Queensland are getting slow back to the ruck. In the past, when Queensland had the right attitude, they'd be getting back there and trying to get a sneaky try before half-time. They didn't give a fuck. Queensland just don't want to die.
What about sneaky field goals? Anyone calling that?
Ben Hunt. Look for Ben Hunt. No, he's in the ruck.
Yeah, so we've gone a bit silent. It must be bloody tense here at the log cabin.
Yeah, shit. 40 seconds. God, miss me. I'm perfect.
Those nervous.
They might be taking the one.
They are.
DCE. Sprayed it wide. Do you know what I love? I love field goals and I love field goal attempts. So I love him for trying to take that field goal and I love him for missing it.
Because with 20 seconds to go, what is the damage, really? They just get a seven tackle set. It's a smart play. It's the percentage play.
New South Wales have 2 seconds. With someone going to take an attempt from 80 out? Nah, disappointed. Josh, the Rat Maguire, wants to fight someone. He's talking dirty. He eye gouges people every third week. What is he saying? Do you think he is at the fault or the New South Wales player is at the fault? I'd like to hear that.
Yeah, what is your... if you had to go to court for Josh Maguire to defend that little incident, what is your defense? It's definitely not a character... You're not getting character witnesses in. Sorry, we're just listening to Piercy here.
I got to be honest, but... It's been really, really grindy game. I don't think any of the halves have done much. I think probably out of the 4 halves, Mitch Pearce, Maloney, Cherry Evans.
Do you need a beer, Lobby?
Yeah, get me a beer. None of the halves have really stood up. So, New South Wales people like to put a lot of blame on Pearce, but they haven't really stood up. I think it's been a bit of a forward battle. Queensland have dominated for 30 of the minutes. New South Wales sort of got back into it. And New South Wales outside backs have been slightly better. But in terms of the half battle, you can't blame Pearce now because he's just... None of the halves have done anything.
So I just grabbed Lobby a beer, and I want to know if there's any eco-warriors out there that know if... So now they've started putting these plastic toppers on six-packs, so they're all connected by the top of the cans in a six-pack form by a plastic sort of sheet. I want to know, is that recyclable? Are we back to killing the seagulls again with the old rings? Like, is that just killing the environment by making those big connector things? If there's anyone out there that, works for Greenpeace, just give us a shout out. We'll set you up. You can call in and we'll put you on the live stream.
Half time, we're drinking beers. What's happening at half time? How are you celebrating? You'll probably go on do the wheeze.
Yeah, it's like that show Are Real Monsters. I remember they had an episode where it was halftime at like the Super Bowl. All the Are Real Monsters would have a surfing competition in the sewers because everyone went to the toilet at halftime. So there'd be a huge wave come through the sewers and they'd have a mad surfing comp. And, Crumb, I think, rode an ironing board. I forget what the other one's names were. And there was the weird red one and the candy cane girl.
It's an underrated Nickelodeon show, Are Real Monsters. Anyone will reply in the comments. What's your favourite Nickelodeon show? Was it Rugrats? Are Real Monsters?
I was a Hey Arnold boy.
Hey Arnold.
Arnold was sick.
Rocko's Modern Life. I really was into.
Cat Dog.
Yeah.
That's a smoky bit of Cat Dog.
One fine day with a wolf and a purr, his baby was born and a cousin. So no dog, no 3 out frogs, feeling like king, that little cat dog. Cat dog. All alone in the world's a little cat dog.
Rocco's was sick, yeah. Gilly Goldman loved a bit of Hey Arnold and Rocco's too, so thanks for that, Gilly. So I hope everyone's enjoying it. We're really enjoying this, just having everyone involved. I don't know how our vocal cords are going to hold up tomorrow. I can feel mine straining a little, but I will persevere for the good of the nation.
And we need to conserve our vocal cords because me and Pedro's full-time jobs are singers. We're part of the a cappella choir in Hillsong. We're Hillsong choir pelt boys.
We do covers.
Because we're not Catholic choir boys. We don't suck priest dick, but
we do covers of Guy Sebastian covers. So any covers that Guy Sebastian's done, we do covers of that. So it's
Guy Sebastian, his first song from Australia was, "You will know, you'll be clear that angels brought me."
Angels brought me beer.
Pedro just brought me a beer.
Yeah, so thanks again. I don't think we've been keeping up with the syncing, so sorry about that.
Can you feel
It's not like
my
anyone's
heart
complaining
beating?
online.
Do you understand?
But we haven't been keeping up with it.
The same.
So apologies, but we will try. The only other thing, for those not in the know, there is an option, and this is such a scabby, dirty, sort of cheap little thing I'm going to do, but there's a little donation thing. If you see that in the description, you'll see a little donation thing. And basically what you can do is donate some money and you get a little notification come up. And it basically puts a little message up. And I think if you pay over $5, it actually reads it out. It'll be the audio of, it'll be like the Robotron going I am Gilad Goldman and I rule. So I don't know if someone wants to just give it a try.
If you're Eddie Vedder,
throw a buck
and you just want to put on Ethan Law in robot voice.
Ethan Law,
You're a reggae person. Ethan Law, man.
Man, your impersonations tonight, Lobby, are vaguely racist.
I thought you were about to say on point.
No, I think it's just it's called appropriation these days. A la Kim Kardashian, just
if we didn't say
making
before,
her cami shapers called kimonos.
Hey guys, we're drinking Young Henry's beers. If the Young Henry's breweries are listening to us, donate us the beers, right?
I highly doubt they are, But, you know, they're just an email away. If someone can, like, draft an email for us to send to the beer boys.
Just at the Young Henrys. These boys are doing the beer works, and they're drinking the beers, and they're promoting the beers. Give them the beers.
Yeah, we want the level of making our own beer, like Dune Rats, or bust. Like, if they're just going to give us free beer, not interested. We want to be glorified in our own beer.
You say it all.
It's sideways infinity all. So yeah, I guess it's pretty even Stevens. A lot of penalties. That is a lot of penalties for a State of Origin game. Prove me wrong, kids. But yeah, for me, that is too many penalties for my liking. This is the highest echelon of rugby league. We need to just make them run around like the absolute mutts they are and like run them ragged. Like, we don't want them to have rests. We don't want to penalise. We want no breaks.
Pedro's, if you're in terms of like whether there should be a halftime break, do you agree whether there should be a break or just let them keep playing for 80 minutes?
Well, in terms of halftime break, yeah, that's fine. But in Origin, I'm more talking about in Origin there shouldn't be the penalties. Club football, yeah, penalty. Like, go back to last year when there was like 32 penalties a game. I'm like, fine. I'm fine with that.
I kind of want. I'm gonna have to go outside. I'll go get some fresh air. I'll go back in 5 minutes. Don't. Ethan Lowe.
So yeah, thanks for the donation, whoever that was.
Ethan Lowy.
But yeah, trying out the Ethan Lowy vocalization there. So yeah, Lobby is somehow still supporting the cigarette companies and going out for a dart. Yeah, so I don't know.
I'll be back.
He'll be back. So yeah, I can't actually find out who did that donation, so I'm sorry, but I'm going to try my best to find out who that is. So if anyone knows technology and knows where I can find that, that would be awesome. But if not, I'll just fumble my way around here until I can find it. So that was donor Andrew G, I think, donated $5 there. So thanks, Andrew G. That'll go towards the log cabin restoration. We've got to take out all the asbestos. The log cabin, we've found out, is made entirely from asbestos, shaped as logs. So now we have to strip all that out. And yeah, that $5 will go a long way towards that. Gillard Goldman says get a bit of, hot water for the cords. I don't know about hot water. That'd probably just scald the vocal cords and do, like, worse. I know the old warm water with a bit of honey and lemon is like a bit of a sort of, I think, what was it, Schmeagol in Lord of the Rings? The actor had to just drink like gallons upon gallons of honey, lemon, water because he was just schmeagling it up vocally the whole time and needed respite. So yeah, I don't know if Weta Studios sell just bottles of Schmeagol water to like budding Schmeagol wannabes. If they do, Peter Jackson, if you're listening, please, we need donations of Schmeagol water. So Gillard Goldman says is Lobby ripping a bong? I think he probably wishes he was. Lobby's trying to speak. He's saying something out there. He's like, I think he just said, I'm a mad bong ripper. I love the bongs. Drink the bong water. Bong water is my life. Water is my Schmiegel water. So yeah. What do we got in the chat here? Actually, I might just check out Twitter and see what's on the Twitter sphere. Check out some of the hot or the warmer takes coming from the Twitter sphere. So yeah, you're just cruising solo with Pedro at the moment because Lobby's ripping bongs out the front of the log cabin. He fashioned a bong out of an apple earlier, and just doing mad rips. So Brandon Smith from Bats and Balls podcast, he would say there's too much cheating tonight. Play by the rules, don't get penalised. So Brandon Smith apparently, I hear from Lobby outside, is saying between bong rips, between gurgling of the bong, he just goes, Brandon Smith is a ref, apparently, which is something I didn't know, which, yeah, that we should get him on the podcast and give us some ref insight. What else we got?
Brendan Smith's from the Bats and Balls podcast. He's a amateur ref, and he loves ref talk. He's a stickler for the rules. So good on him. And like obviously he thinks New South Wales should be more ahead because of perceived ref decisions. I think overall the refs have been pretty fair so far. I can't like come up with any clackers that the refs have had.
I think I've got a supporter with me at real_Mr. Ive says 26 minutes, 9 penalties. I agree. That's kind of like not great ratio. That's not the ratio you want. So just delving a bit deeper here into Twitter. I did see a real funny thing on Fox Sports. It was like Ask Kenty. And it was like, out of all your games, which was your favourite? Or which was your most memorable? I just was like, that's just whoever sent that message to Kenty is like my hero.
Yeah.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he burns Kenty.
That was very poised. Half time. Close game. This is what we wanted. Let's see if it opens up post game. Who knows? People on Twitter saying, do you know what this game needs? More penalties. Well, I don't think so. There's been enough penalties, but the penalties have been fair enough. So, yeah, good game so far. New South Wales, Queensland, very square. Decider, game 3. What's happening? Anyone on the live feed want to make a wild prediction? Will Queensland go on with it? Will New South Wales go on with it? And we also talked about before how they're talking about how the player of the series has to play all 3 games. I think if Queensland win it tonight, Ethan Lowe's been the best player so far. Ethan Lowe. So if Ethan Lowe was to win the player of the series, I would not be disturbed. That's fine. That's fine with me. Seems fine to me. Pistol says Mitch Pearce will have a field goal in Golden Point. That could be a prediction. I think maybe it could go down to Golden Point. I wouldn't be surprised if the game goes to Golden Point. He says Mitch Pearce will have the field goal. I think maybe it might be a Maloney field goal.
So we're poised here now, 8-all. But
Channel 9 is doing a Ninja Warrior promo. Pedro, what do you think about Ninja Warrior?
Never watched it. Probably never will. So we're poised here at 8-all, but I'd like to see the sports bet odds. Can you look up the sports bet odds for me, Lob Dog? Because if Queensland are still long odds to win, we could see Kevin Walters under a bit of pressure potentially to keep his job as coach. And we have seen during the week one person put his hand up for the coaching job.
Two people have put their hands up for it. Like Queensland, if we lose, Wayne Bennett said he'd be the coach, and also
Fatty Vorton.
Fatty Vorton.
So two bit left of field there. One for Wayne Bennett because he's just got all the jobs now. He's got the England job, the South job, and he also thinks he can do that. So he's basically the fucking air tasker of the NRL. Or Fatty Vorton. I would love to see Fatty Vorton come in and coach. That is just like maverick talk.
Well, he killed it. 1995, that Super League series. Oh, wow.
But does he think he can just do it again? Like, I like how he's like, my coaching style from 1995 can still work. It's not. He's like, we'll just get rid of all the sports science and just go back to just big old effort plays.
Jeez.
So yeah, bring Queensland. If you're really interested in like providing an entertaining product, bring Fatty Vorton back as your coach, please. If you're listening out there, the lords of the Queensland Maroons. All right, so we're about to kick off the second half. As I said, we'll try to be a bit more vigilant with the syncing if anyone's doing that. If anyone's paused their TVs, time slipping. Time keeps on slipping.
Slipping into the future.
So here we go. We're about to kick off. Queensland are about to kick off to New South Wales. And here we go. Kicks ball now. And he's away. So Addo Carr has to bring it back for the hit up, which is interesting. The forwards dogged it hard.
I think Paul Vaughan's been a pretty good middle forward. Like he's played both early games, but I think New South Wales forwards have been a bit on the downside for this game. But Paul Vaughan's been the best middle forward for New South Wales so far.
Blake Ferguson's been nearly the best middle forward.
Well, we don't have because we've got all these like YouTube things happening. Jackie Whiten's taking a kick, which is another advantage. But
this is Freddie Madness. This is the Freddie Madness I wanted.
If we were to look up the stats, I think Paul Vaughan's probably made the most metres out of the New South Wales forwards. I think the Queensland forwards have probably made the most out of them.
You know what?
Josh Papali being the best forward. We can look it up, but we're not all about stats here.
The power. Let's do it for them lols. We've got a whole nother 40 minutes to commentate here. We'll commentate in inverted commas. Inverted. So where are we? How do we do this on the internets?
Oh, forward pass from Joshy the Rat. The eye, retinal detachment, Maguire. Cherry Evans has been had a good kicking game so far this game. The game's getting intense. Me and Pedro are talking about it less and less. We weren't going to commentate the whole game as it was happening, but we're just like too keen on watching it because it's 8-all. Halves have come out. It's like, oh, Cookie's had his first real scoot of the game.
Cookie on a scoot. He didn't like Jet Scar. Got on a scoot. That was a bad joke, but hey, here we are. That's it. You got to give it to him down there, and I think Cordner's going to step up here. Big captain's effort. He's done a big run, and that tackle had a bit of effort value, that origin effort value.
That's what the bum chin gets you. Mby's trying to make meters. He's been the centre. That's the first run I've seen him make. New South Wales are getting up. They're having more effort. They've come out of the halftime
effort.
break with more effort. That's a bad attempt from Whiten on Chambers, and Teddy makes the tackle. Now it's a fourth tackle. They're going to lie down. They're going to give away a penalty here. What's the call here? Is that a forward pass or something?
Yeah. We don't have the volume up on the TV, by the way, so when they do some... We can't tell what the penalties are unless we see the referee's actions. He might drop the ball with the tackle, or it was with the fifth tackle. Maybe it was the fifth tackle. No, he's dropped it, I think. Yep. Drop ball. Like that. I like that. So Whiten... All right. So, what do we got on the chat? The delay is primo. We're getting a bit of love for the delay. So Gillard's saying Pierce has done the most running, which makes sense. I mean, they do the most running, I think, because they have to get to their positioning. So they try to position themselves and things like that.
The outside back from New South Wales is trying to make it a little bit more, get it more into the game.
Yeah, we've got to get that last pass away. Oh, Teddy's limping, not liking that. Hopefully he comes good.
I've not really noticed Wade. Is Wade Graham, we've been too busy, is Wade Graham on the field or has he played any minutes? He's not been, I've not seen him do anything yet.
Mm.
And if New South Wales are holding him back to be an impact player, that could be a great move, but I've just not seen him do anything yet.
Yeah, I don't think he's on yet, to be honest. And Jake does what he does best, a nice lifting tackle. It's what he gets paid for.
Jake Trebojevic has got the best tackling technique in the game.
And here comes the effort tackles now. They're
good
coming right off their line, New South Wales.
Good run from Welshie, and good run from Ethan Lowe.
I mean, he was...
For a guy who people said didn't deserve the jersey, Ethan Lowe's fucking made everyone run worth it. Good run from Munster, as he does.
And good tackle by Pierce wrapping up that ball. Because he was very ready to offload that. And here's where the 7 halves for New South Wales are coming
I was out in the fall.
Because now they've got the option to just go to Morgan to kick, I think that was. Yeah, it was. Because how do I know that? The cameras are focusing on Morgan.
Pistol says we're actually ahead of the coverage from where he's watching in New Zealand. Wow. Internet.
Internet. It goes in mysterious ways. Yeah, this is... New South Wales are putting in the big effort here, but if Queensland keep us out...
What is that? This has been very sloppy. Look...
We're good in defense, but our attack
and we're Origin fans. They're not even just New South Wales fans. This has been a sloppy game, generally speaking. This has not been the most pure game for people watching their first rugby league game ever.
Vaughney was just waiting for the hug from Gagai. Yeah, it's a bit tense here. I don't know how I feel about it because New South Wales are defending well and probably draining a bit out of Queensland. But if they...
It's a bit of back and forth. Someone went and made a big hit on Ethan Lowe.
Maloney wants blood.
Queensland, all their bench forwards are really mobile middle forwards. And New South Wales have just sort of, yeah.
A bit of chunk.
It just seems like the longer it goes on and the forward battle goes on, that Queensland have the advantage.
But we have Wade Graham.
Well, I don't know. He's got extra skills, but he's not someone that makes meterage and stuff. So, goodness me.
Nah, that was called back. It was called back. He passed too late. Called held. Probably saved us because that might have been a bobble. That's... You can't... Call held. And here come the Queensland line. So this is what they were doing in the first
There's a
game,
bit of
which
line
really
speed,
shook
and
us.
is that a penalty or what?
What's going on
Well,
here?
I don't know what this call is.
Oh, death.
They called it off for an injury, potentially.
So they're like very cautious now after last week with the Warriors.
Which
about the
which we're
head
not opposed to, but it just seemed like a weird call. Like watching the coverage, you're like, "What happened?" Josh Maguire once again is the person who injures someone. Josh Maguire will finger your eye out, and he also fucked up Mick Morgan.
Josh Maguire is also sick of Queensland selection policy of like, are you a 7? Are you eligible for Queensland? You're in the team. And he is straight out. I don't think Morgan will come back.
That's what they call friendly fire. And Pedro, look, if we had to like start a podcast up from like right now, I think our podcast would be called Friendly Fire NRL. Because friendly fire is like a pretty cool term.
I'd call it Josh Maguire's finger in my rat.
Dat rat dog Maguire.
Tickle my rat dog Josh.
Rat dog Maguire, friendly fire.
By the fireplace.
Dat rat dog Maguire, hashtag friendly fire, hashtag fireplace.
Retina scratchings by the fireplace. Oh, there's another Walters down on the sideline.
That's Steve Walters. Steve Walters, in my opinion, is the best Walters. If I'm giving Walters ratings, I'd go Steve, 1, 2, Kerrod, 3, Kevin.
What about the new Walters that play for the Storm?
Billy Walters?
Billy.
Well...
Is he above Kevy in that ranking?
Not yet. I mean, Raiders fans, though, Steve is obviously on top.
So, yeah, now Mbai has to play, I guess, a full game now at centres, or I don't know how the reshuffle works.
Well, Queensland kind of thought that, like, Mick Maguire would be like sort of their bench utility playing an extra ball player. So, when the game gets down to those weird skill things in the back half, the game's going to get more grindy now.
Yeah, looks like it because they have brought on Cam Murray now. I don't know if that's his second stint or what it is.
You know, the fact that it seems like the fact has been very back and forward, yet New South Wales are bringing on Murray now. Brad Fittler's been not given great credit for his bench, but if now we're bringing on like players fresh from 50 minutes onwards or 45 minutes onward with Cam Murray, and we have not seen Wade Graham yet, as I can see.
Does that buoy your confidence, Lobby, or are you worried?
Yeah, maybe.
But Queensland are bringing on theirs because that's probably the first stint for...
Well, Mick Morgan's fucked. He's dead. We just saw that death.
The death of Mickey Morgs. And slippery surf of old not SCG, sorry, ANZ Stadium limits Addo Carr's ability to get away there. So yeah, Glasgow.
But they all look buggered, man.
That should have been a penalty for holding on. I just hate it how they've.
We've got 30 minutes left in the game, and both teams seem dead. This is Origin. This is attrition. This is a good game. You know, it's not been very entertaining for the neutral fan, but it's been very close.
And here we go, spreading it.
And the teams are going to do what they're going to do, and Origin players are going to really stand up. Like Kafusi, first try scorer, gave away a penalty.
Kafusi, the first man to break. So Zodikok NZ agrees they should show the game. I'm assuming they're just not showing the game in NZ, or because if you have to watch it online, it's very delayed. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't show the game if that is a... Oh, so here we go. Wade Graham is now on.
Graham's on. We've been calling for it. Okay. Jimmy's running up.
Jimmy's seeing gaps, though. He's seeing gaps, I think, where he's just sniffing them out.
And there's Cam Murray. He's got a bit of ball skills. They're throwing it out. There's Tedesco. He's on the line. He does it. We win. The Blues are in. They score at the Blatchy's Blues end. This is what the Blues do. They score.
They score the tries. Well, mostly Tommy Turbo Tedesco. He's been brought in as a Tedesco brother.
It's been a real grind from end to end, and the forwards have had an equal battle between each other. But I just think the New South Wales, the outside backs, have a bit of an advantage. And then that pass to that scheme to the left showed that.
Teddy is just crazy.
I gotta say, he's a fucking great player. Even if you're on the chat, you're a Queensland fan. James Tedesco is an all-time player.
And it was I will shout out to Piercy as well for holding that ball up, drawing that player. I'm just because that's probably the one thing I've seen Piercy do well in this game. So, Piercy, bring it home for us, please.
Channel 9, they're outlining players with circles.
They're saying, this isn't Michael Morgan. This isn't Michael Morgan. No one is Michael Morgan.
No, that Cherry Evans ran out early because he's a halfback. He doesn't know how to defend. And then obviously Will Chambers has got not much of an idea.
Well, that's the thing. That's, I guess, why I think Chambers is losing it a bit. He used to be king of the defensive centres. And there we saw a bit of a chink. Can't even get...
Willie Herbert.
I guess defender sort of what seemingly would have been... It was a 2-on-1 basically because, Addo Carr had overrun it.
Willie Herbert says, love Queensland, but Tedesco is a beast. I'd agree with that. When me and Pedro started our podcast in 2012, we went to Leichhardt Oval and that was Teddy's debut game and he was killing it the whole time. And then he did his ACL. So, we were basically there for Teddy's first game.
And it would have been frustrating for him because, when he played for the Tigers, he played, well. He sort of just made his own stuff happen. But then he did... I think did he get 2 injuries early sort of in his career?
Teddy's the kind of guy who's, an all-time player. And, I can tell... If you're a Tigers fan, Tigers fans still love him because that's how good he was, but yeah, great player.
I like how it's Tigers fans are we lost Teddy, but then you go, what about Aaron Woods? And they're just that's fine. he was the gun forward. And how much has he just dropped into obscurity now?
Tigers had the whole thing where they lost Moses, Woods,
and Teddy.
Yeah. And the only one they care about is Teddy, and I'd agree with them because he's a fucking gun.
Yeah. But I want to know what's going on with Woodsy. Why is he... What's wrong with Woodsy?
Well, that's not thinking. It's Origin night, and Woodsy had, some sort of,
talks about Origin career, so we got to, we can mention Woodsy.
We're only talking about Teddy because that happened, but things are happening here with the Blues, and they're going down the short side.
They're scheming.
They're scheming. Addo Carr's kicking it back into the middle. There's a kick. Oh, Corey Oates is a good kick returner. He stopped, but that could have...
Did you say Corey Coates? So
Minzerk says, what's the score? New South Wales 14, Queensland 8. So you're probably one of the people that are just following the YouTube channel because you can't get a preview of it.
That's interesting. I didn't think we'd pick up people that are just sort of... couldn't get the game. There's so many options these days, obviously free to air and then the live app.
But thank you for choosing Lead by the Fireplace. And
that's awesome.
The time is 54:09. It's New South Wales 14-8. Game 3 decider. Things are happening. Oh! Corey Oates has dropped a ball. Who would have predicted that? A lot of people because he doesn't have great hands. He's got a haircut, apparently.
I'm surprised Corey Oates hasn't been doing more work coming out of Queensland's own half. Like, he wanted to be a forward. He is a forward, basically.
I mean, I got to say, like, Corey Oates, I'm kind of scared of him being, like, as a good player. Like, he can make great, like, as a big dude, he can make great meters from his own end and, like, can barrel over other centres and other wingers to score a try. Corey Oates, would you want him on your team? Like, if you're paying him $500,000 for a winger,
is that how much he's getting paid?
Well, that's what the Broncos might have to pay him.
Does he have a brother where he can get some combined, like, upgrade? The Tommy Turbo, Corey Oates.
He's a bit of rocks and diamonds, Corey Oates. I don't know whether I love him or hate him, but
he's a good finisher. Like,
yeah. And he makes great meters out the end. So Clem is on the
go.
field right now. Obviously, the forward rotations have got to the point where Brad Phillips got him back on. They're setting up from the middle of the field. James Maloney. Bad ball. Adokar comes back. And then Cook. I don't think New South Wales are going to score from this set. Hopefully we can get a repeat set. Teddy's fucking shit up again.
Fire T, actually, how much time is left? What is it? 25 minutes?
We got 25 minutes.
24 minutes. More accurately.
Damien Cook, great play the ball, quick play the ball. They put in a kick, but Daly Cherry Evans took a great grubber. He took that kick very
awesome,
well.
Though. The ref let that slide because Munster tried to push Maloney off, so he's just like, I'm going to let this slide, and it's a really slow play the ball.
Oh, goodness me!
Yes! And that's why Cameron Murray...
Daly Cherry Evans took a great kick, and Cameron Murray took a strip from the subsequent hit-up. Now, Queensland are a bit in shambles. Pearce takes the tackle.
Just take it, Piercy.
New South Wales should try and enjoy possession from here. Frizzell goes for a big hit-up. He's going to the middle of the field.
That's fine. We've got a few to burn here. Just go middle boys. Yep, now let's spread it wide. No,
that's a bad pass from Pearce. Pearce throws a pass out the back.
Got it back.
It goes to Dane Gagai, but the strip is taken by Jack Whiten.
We've got it back.
The refs don't know what strips are. They call a knock-on even though that's probably not a knock-on.
He did bobble it, though, after this strip, I admit.
Oh.
So, whatever. It was a bit chaotic. I admit, New South Wales should have scored by, like...
So far, we're only 57 minutes in the game, but, like, Will Chambers in the past was like, Latrell has owned me. He's like, oh, I'm glad Latrell's not playing. Jack Whiten's playing. So far, Will Chambers has been owned
so they did
by
the
multiple New South Wales players.
Move, coined by Melbourne Storm, I'd say. And by make it doing meterage. That is classic. That is some hard work that umpires out there doing.
We're at the good offload by Glasby, who's a forward. He doesn't get a lot of reparations. Let him go.
That's all right.
Queensland have been struggling for a little bit, and then they started punching up. But New South Wales have taken the time to give extra effort in defence. Queensland are hitting up from their fourth. The Rat Maguire, the retinal surgeon, Corey Norman, the debut, puts a kick in, and Tedesco punches out, gives it to Adokar.
But can't get any more meterage than what Tedesco
It seems
got.
like in the arm wrestle right now that New South Wales is just winning that arm wrestle. It's been to the point when Queensland have been winning the middle of the field for a lot of the game. It just seems like New South Wales are wrestling that back.
It's Wendell Saylor versus Ben Ross, and Ben Ross is yet to snap his arm as of yet. Queensland are yet to snap the arm of Ben Ross.
And it's a good charge there from Dave Clemmer, who wasn't even going to be in the game.
And Cook
Damien Cook busts up the middle. Steps, and he's in.
Oh,
Damien Cook is
inside, outside. Oh my God, that is a brilliant Origin run, a brilliant run in general by Cookie. That is the kind
That-
of stuff that dreams are made of. Holy
That
cow,
will
was
be
awesome.
the making of Damien Cook, and Cam Smith is about to play his 400th game of NRL, and Cam Smith has been the best hooker for 10 years, and he's about to retire, and someone's got to take the mantle. Do you know who just took the mantle? Damien Cook took the mantle, and hookers changing in rugby league is going to be a guy that can fucking run it and run it fast, and Damien Cook is that guy. The hooker position just changed in that play. You'll see it.
Apparently, he used to do sand sculpting.
Yeah, have you heard it? Have you heard that he was a former surf lifesaver? Never heard of that before.
He was a former Malibu champion with doing the artistic form with like a female partner where they like lift him in the air.
Damien Cook is someone everyone will love.
I think even Queenslanders love old Damien Cook. Who's that old guy that was just... Is that the ghost of like Clive Churchill? Yeah, that was amazing. I was like a bit worried. I didn't think he was going to get there. And then he did like a clumsy sort of step and I was like, he's gone. But then just got away again and sort of went around. Was it Munster he got around or was it Oates?
He stepped all those cunts. Everyone.
Lobby's got the hiccups. He's so in raptures over the cookie steps.
Oh, mate, Damien Cook, I fucking love the guy.
Yeah, he's the person you want to bring home to your parents, right?
Damien Cook. What a good guy.
That was good. So here we are. 2 tries ahead, 2 converted tries ahead. Never say never. This is what I want. Honestly, as a State of Origin supporter, I want Queensland to get the next try.
I would love it. I'd love Ethan Lowe to get back on the field.
Well, yeah, to get back on the field, but yeah. I don't know about getting... I thought you were going to say Ethan Lowe to get the try. Like, you specifically just want that low. You want it to get low.
I think, look, talking about on Channel 9, Damien Cook, the Telstra tracker, he was the best of the Telstra tracker. No one knows what that is. No one really fucking gives a shit. There's still 20 minutes to go. As Gus Gould said, there's a long time to go.
Turning out of tackles still. They're trying to come up and get him.
So no one's resting on their laurels, but
every time Fergo has taken the second hit up, that is so cool. I love that. And Freddie's just like, yeah, man, if you want to take the hit up, just do it. Just do whatever you want.
I mean, Fergo is a very good winger. I think he's top 5 wingers in the comp.
Yeah.
He takes all those dirties.
Oh, and Murray
Cam Murray is a guy. He's going to give it to Teddy. Pass it back. I thought his pass was going to be called a knock on there, but we still get it. New South Wales still gets it there. They're going to spread it. Pearce gives it out to Wade Graham. Gives it to Jackie Waddy. He's going to hit up there.
That's all right. They got 0
New
hits.
South Wales don't need to score here. They can just dribble it in goal and hold it up. But I think they're stinging for tries. And there's a bit of a pump there. That's a weird kick. Yeah, okay, that's weird. Okay, that might be a bad decision by Maloney.
That was the right decision. That was the right decision. Fergo made the wrong decision there. He should have been up on the ball.
No, I think that kick should have been a pressure to in goal. They're dying for tries there.
Nah.
The game decision is wait for that, put it in goal. Now Queensland get a 20-metre tap.
Yeah,
and either we punch up on defence. That's not a great decision. I don't.
No,
we might regret that kick there.
It was a good decision, but Fergo wasn't there. I'm blaming Fergo there. He should have been up there. Yes, but that's good. We got away with it. We're very lucky there. Very
Felice Kafusi, who did score that first goal there, has been very solid for Queensland this game. Made an untimely mistake, and the Blues can and will capitalise on this.
So just want to take a little breath to I guess the game's taking a little breath. Thank everyone that's in the chat at the moment. Thanks for joining us. It's been awesome. We've had heaps of fun here at the old loggy cabin. Slamming a few cans. Chatting to you guys. Burping and hiccuping into mic. Which we do from time to time in the podcast. But I think it might be a bit more obvious now after the multi-cans that we've been slamming. And, we've been broadcasting now for 2 hours. So that's a milestone for us. We've never done a 2-hour podcast. We usually only go for an hour max.
And usually we usually have to edit out shit because we get mad. We usually have to cut out shit because people are like, oh, you guys are too crazy. The log cabin's too crazy. But no, we're doing it. We're doing it live. No one can edit that out. The Blues are playing out. Oh,
yeah, that was all right. I like it. It was a bit selfish, but now we'll go left and just give it to Teddy, who is up hell fast. Empire.
Mitchy Pearce to the Tedesco. Tedesco's feet are so
What is he doing?
Oh.
But that's all right. I like the time wasting of just running side to side. We are in front.
New South Wales made to make. Oh, goodness me. That is the criticism that New South Wales have and the halves had, that they don't make good decisions. New South Wales are ahead by 12 with 15 to go, and there's a kick to take, and they just fucking don't take it. That is not good. Yeah. This is where Queensland fans are like, we're still in it because these people don't make the good decisions.
Yeah, Maloney, I would never go to Maloney to do financial planning because his decisions are just I'd say invest in Ansett. That's a really up and comer.
Things are happening there. Muntz is making things happen. Passes it wide to Chambers.
I think he knocked that on, but we'll let it slide to make this a game. But yeah, they got
what is happening with Queensland here is that they can't make meters down the ruck because Ben Hunt, as talented as he is not just a hooker. He's not a hooker. So they got to try and put it wide. And then Corey Norman puts it out on the full. Not his fault. He's a very skillful player, in my opinion. Not his fault.
I think in these situations where Corey Norman will be a liability for your team, he just walks out of games. He's just and especially after something like that, I can't see him really he'll try to chance his hand too much now and just do riskier and riskier things until it just becomes ridiculous where he's putting up bombs for Fergie in the corner.
No, which is fair enough, but I think Corey Norman's a guy who has the talent to pull a try out of his ass if Queensland need it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's the game manager that can bring them back in these last 14 minutes and 46 seconds.
Look at that, Cam Murray running straight. That is what
we
need.
Cam Murray he's been
up
picked.
The ruck!
Yes!
Yes!
Oh, okay. Gives it to Frizz. Gives it to Jackie Whiten.
That's a strip.
Gets stolen.
That's a strip. But
we might go to the video here. I think that White knocked it on. We could go to the video, but that's fine.
Addo-Carr's not happy. He's saying, go to the... And that barrel-chested linesman is no.
The linesman there looks like Cam from Body Jar.
Didn't know where to pass. But see, this is
Frizz
where
gives
Queensland
it out.
Just finish this.
That's fair enough. That's a knock-on from Whiten. That's a fair call. I've got to say the refs have been on point tonight, from my opinion.
Yeah, loose carry. I accept that. Got to accept
people are talking about how New South Wales are getting penalised out of the first half. I think every call has been okay.
Gillard Goldman, do not say I think New South Wales have this in the bag. That is the exact moment that they do not have it in the bag.
He's trying to do the reverse jinx. The hashtag XInks. Oh, fucking hell. Billy Slater is reporting that Wade Graham's done his hammy and he is out for the rest of the night. That is bad. Oh, Jackie
doing legs and
is
alls.
doing. Oh.
Love it. Love it. Cherry's trying to get him back in this match, and I appreciate that, Cherry. You are the captain.
I feel so bad. Like, I'm not a Cronulla fan, but Wade Graham, like, proved his fitness, played one game for Cronulla, got back to New South Wales, and then, like played for New South Wales and won 3 games for Cronulla. I hope Wade Graham is good for Cronulla's sake.
Is that was it a hammy that he did for Cronulla? Yeah, that's a shame.
He has sacrificed himself for the cause.
My sacrifice. Adokar is hurting. But this is Origin Adokar. There's still 12 minutes to go, brother. You got to get up, son.
Stretching, son. Good run up the middle from the J Turbo.
But we still need our quick boys, I think, to be putting these Queenslanders on the back foot. See, this is not great. Cam Murray's playing well.
And a good offload, too, from Murray. He's played...
But we got to convert this.
No, his stint off the bench has just kept them questioning. Oh, goodness me! New South Wales put up the bomb to try and seal the game. And
I thought we stripped it.
Queensland have made meters up the thing. They've made meters up the flank. They made 50 meters off that last tackle option. They're 12 behind.
That is awesome.
10 minutes to go. They're spreading it. Cherry Evans.
This is Origin.
This is Queensland are going to pull something out of the bag here. You can just tell that. Murray is just dying on that tackle.
Come on, Murray. You're the freshest one out there. You got to be making those meats and making those tackles, bro.
New South Wales should have dragged him over the sideline then. Oh, good catch!
Piercy,
that could be his best Origin play.
Oh, they're saying escort.
Oh, okay.
They're saying escort. Beer lobby?
Pedro, give me a beer from the fridge, boys. We're 70 minutes in. There's a penalty to Queensland, which is fair enough. They're not going to take the 2. Queensland can potentially set up here and get a try from this, and this could be a great finish. What's happening here? They take the tap. Often guys taking the hit up. New South Wales are being kind of very alert. Cherry Evans gives it to Papali. He's been the best forward on the ground in the first half.
This is poised to be very interesting.
They give it. They punch it out. Kufuzi. Cherry Evans. Good tackle from Tommy Turbo. He's not a usual centre defending there. They pass it out. The eye gouging rat is tackled. No, he's not tackled. The eye gouging rat got a tackle. No, I think that's a try. I think they'll give it to that eye gouging rat.
No try. He's definitely... Oh, you're kidding.
I think they'll give that to the eye gouging rat.
That's a double move.
No, that's momentum. The eye gouging rat.
He's pushed with his legs.
No. That's a try.
If they've said try, they've got to. I think
that's a try.
If they've said try, they've got to go with try.
That's a try.
Same momentum. All right, here we go. As Lobby departs the log cabin for the smaller cabin. I didn't know Josh Hodges was a water runner for Queensland, which is interesting. That's a shame. That's a real shame that it was Josh Maguire that went over for that try, but this is what I like. So, Mini Zerk is clapping a lot. We did see, Gillard, I agree, Wade Graham's season might be over. But unfortunately, Gillard, you jinxed it by calling New South Wales a win. We might check what the Twitter sphere is up to. Get a bit of a gauge on how some of these... Again, Brandon Smith is supporting the refs. One person, Chris Samut, Cherry Evans is the new Pierce. Maybe that bit might be a bit premature. That was 10 minutes ago. Now that
in 9 minutes, that might be the comment. This is a typical Origin game. There's 8 minutes to go.
And that's, I think we just preempted old Rabsy.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's see what comes out to the game.
Yes. They can't go into their shells, and I don't think Freddie would want them to either.
New South Wales are going to be a bit penalty scared too. Like, their forwards have been dominant, but they're not going to try and lay over the ruck. They're going to have to get up quick, and that's going to be dangerous.
Tommy Turbo.
Because we got Munster stiffing around the ruck and other players stiffing around there.
Yeah, this is
Queensland. Okay. Okay, there's offloads here. Don't. Goodness me. Yeah. Okay.
Lobby. So, this is tense. We were feeling tense at 8-all at halftime. Now we're feeling tense at, even though we're 6 ahead.
And this is what we wanted. We didn't want to see the Blues rule it. It's a kick from Corey Norman, who's played pretty solidly in his position. Good take from Tedesco.
Yep. Let's
see how the Blues handle this. A New South Wales Blues player's got to stand up. And Ferguson took a decent hit up. I think someone like Cam Murray's got to get in there and take a penalty.
Clam dog putting people
Clam dog millionaire,
but not probably, at least not getting pushed back, which is good. Oh.
4 tackle. Who's going to take the kick? It's going to be Jimmy Maloney. And his kick was taken on the fall. Doesn't take the grass. Munster takes it.
That is a good tackle from Frizzell.
Good chase from Frizzell.
Saw the step coming and just moved up. Knew that that was his sort of kryptonite potentially.
Someone on the chat, Merck, says, I love chlamydia. I don't know what that means.
If that's... I could
Sylvester Carl says, what's the score? Sylvester, the score is New South Wales 20, Queensland 14. 74 minutes, 26 on the clock. We got 5 minutes approximately there.
I can imagine in this day and age where weird names are sort of a thing, I can imagine chlamydia is someone's name, and Mini Zerk has just been like,
Queensland,
chlamydia.
Last tackle. What's happening here? Tedesco Ferguson took a good catch.
Yeah.
Now, we're Blues fans. In our opinion, we just got to fucking game manage the shit out of this for the next 5 minutes. The problem is...
But I don't know why they weren't game managing when it was 12 ahead. They were like, no, we got to go for the extra try. And it's like, oh.
The problem is New South Wales doesn't game manage that well. But there's been some very hero runs there. That's a very good run. That was a good run from Finucane. If New South Wales win, Finucane will be a hero.
Finucane gets the medal? Nah, didn't play.
Fifth tackle.
Game.
New South Wales needs a kicker to stand up. Oh, and it's charged down by Ethan Lowe. Goodness me. This is tense.
This is
This is Origin.
Oh man, sorry guys.
Goodness
if we're
me,
going into
so-
silent modes. We're very.
Queensland have the ball. 20
That was
meters
a huge
out.
Play by
They got
Ethan
4
Lowe.
meters
That'll
left.
be like the best selection. Oh, there we
And
go.
Josh Papali goes in, and it's about to be even.
It's about to be.
We're about to go to Golden Point.
This is out of control.
Ethan Lowe is an Origin legend.
Yes.
Like, people think he's a bit of a meme, but Ethan Lowe has that Queenslander grit, and he did that and made the charge down for that, and then that set up the whole try. Ethan Lowe is an Origin legend.
I wonder if, like, in true sort of, if you looked at that with pure refereeing eyes, whether that was a charge down, because he was going for the tackle and just, like, hit his arm. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like a knock forward maybe, but I like it. This is great. I'm ready to lose this. Bring it.
What has happened is that we're about to go to Golden Point, and that is a fucking coin toss.
Yeah.
You know, New South Wales should have won the game by now, but Ethan Lowe will be an Origin legend, assuming he makes this kick.
So if
I'm just going to assume he makes this kick.
if we go to Golden Point, I mean, my plan is kick it to Ben Hunt. That's my first instinct. So, what are you going to do, Lowe?
Goodness me.
He's taking his time. He's loving this. Eat it up, big fella. You're the hero for Queensland. It's easy as they come.
So that's 20 all, and things have happened. This is a great result. This is great. If you're a Queenslander. Goodness me. Goodness me. New South Wales was supposed to fucking kill this game, and Ethan Lowe took that out of Ethan Lowe is an Origin legend. I mean, if Queensland win this, Ethan Lowe is going to be fucking build him a statue outside of Townsville. Build him a statue in every fucking piss out Queensland town that has over 50,000 people.
Tear down every bronze statue created and just melt it down to an Ethan Lowe statue. So yeah, here we go. This is great.
I've got to assume Queensland aren't going to win it in the next 2 minutes, and we're going to Golden Point.
I think they'll back
and this
themselves
is going to be a
Golden Point.
fucking massive. This is going to be a massive Origin game.
Yeah, they'll back themselves in Golden Point definitely. So they got goal. They've got kickers coming.
Oh goodness me! Okay, someone's not made tackles. Someone's missed tackles. And that's fifth tackle now. Queensland are going to set up for a field goal. I don't think they're going to make it, but they could. They very well could. Okay, Cherry Evans puts up a bomb.
So what do we got? Minute 10.
We got a minute 10.
Teddy.
I don't think
We'll go the length.
I don't think the Blues are going to score it now, but this is off the fucking hook. This is what we need. This is what we fucking... This is the first time me and Pedro are doing the fucking live League by the Fireplace thing. We didn't want New South Wales to win 50-0. For our first live thing. We're going to Golden Point, baby! Goodness me. Someone's throwing it out. Turbo to Ferguson. He's gone out. He's running up the sideline. Gives it in the field. Gives it to Desco. Tedesco's gone to the corner!
Yes! We've done it!
Yes! No corner point, baby! No corner point! We don't need the corner point! That's a fucking try! That's happening! That happened! Don't go to the fucking video rap! Don't even look it up! Don't even look it up! Give it a try!
That is such dog.
Didn't give it a try! Look it up!
Oh, that is dog shit.
Oh, God. Ferguson,
Did he tread
looking at the
out?
replay, didn't tread out.
No.
He's still in the field.
Is this a Jared Hayne
Still sat in.
recount?
Still sat in. Still sat in. Running in field. Running in field.
Can't call forward.
Pass it in. Can't call the forward.
And then
Gave
it's
it to Teddy.
Tedesco. He does it
Tedesco
all
side.
himself.
And ball went down.
Yes.
Tedesco in the corner. Put the ball down! Put the ball down!
Oh, yeah. And then 20 seconds to kick the goal. Sounds bloody good to me.
Let's look up.
This is Origin.
Look, let's look it up. It's a try! Yes! Woo!
Love that. And that's what you fucking want. When
That's
it's all
Origin,
tied up.
baby!
When it's all
Okay.
tied up. That's the
Whoa.
result you want, Lobby.
That's what we
That's
did.
fucking awesome.
I was thinking about Mitch Pearce taking a golden point field goal.
Give it to Piercy. Give the
Ah,
kick to
yet it
Piercy.
happened. Goodness me.
So
That
are
is
they
Origin.
Thinking about kicking it. They got to kick it. Someone's got to kick it. That was awesome. That was
Good.
bloody awesome.
Goodness me. Is that what rugby league is not about?
I'm gonna use a cliche and just be like, "We Queensland right there."
Ah. That will haunt the Queenslanders' dreams for years. That
Yeah,
is like the Mark Coyne try
definitely.
that the Queensland did. That is equal to that. Blake Ferguson passing that in. Oh, goodness me.
And to think Blake Ferguson might not have even played Origin because of his like
He didn't play
rejection of Fittler. And
He
Fittler
didn't-
was like, I don't know if you're like want the Blues jersey enough.
He didn't play game one.
You can't give Fergo the player of the series. So I've got no doubt Teddy Turbo gets the player of the series, definitely.
Oh. Goodness me.
Is that a big call? I don't think that's a big call. That's
No,
not
no.
hot taker. That's not a Kenty call or anything
No.
like that.
Let Pearcy take it.
Just what I like how he's
Look at the
taking it
blue.
with all,
Look
like, the
at the
players in
blue.
front of
Look
him.
at the Blues celebrating, and they deserve to.
But like Maloney's just like, I got to kick it all.
I'm sorry for Queensland had that 80 in a row, celebrating New South Wales. 12 in a row. Yes, we did it.
12 in a row.
2 in a row.
Here comes the dynasty.
So rewarding. So rewarding.
Oh, it is good. It is good. Wow. So there it is. The anomaly that is State of Origin is now over. So, oh, hang on.
What's happening? The Blues won. Are we still online here?
So, we're having a few technical issues. We might be online. We're not really sure.
We're back in 5 minutes.
So yeah, it seems like we're still online, which is good. So, man, that missed tackle by
look,
Corey Norman.
we're just watching the replay, and Fergo's going in. Tedesco goes in. That is like the New South Wales equivalent of the Mark Coyne try.
It's awesome. I'm loving it.
That was great. That is so good.
Munster shattered. Like, it is a bit now on Munster's shoulders. Like, he's the only sort of player that is sort of consistently getting picked and has, like, all these high expectations and I think one day could become one of these sort of, like, really good player. Often Gowie is hating live. Oh, fella. It's just, you didn't even play the second game. Yeah. I think maybe he's Devo that he won't get player of the series just because he didn't play that second game. But that snatched him all. That's, I mean, bottle those tears off in Gowie because they would be worth so much because Queenslanders often don't cry in these situations. Like, I mean, they're rare as hen's teeth, Queensland tears at this stage of the game.
At halftime, it was 8-8, and during most of that second half, I was afraid Queensland would win. And just because New South Wales won and we're like #2 in a row, Origin is like alive and good. Like that game was a very exciting. The first half was like a little bit tedious. The second half was like as good a rugby league game you'll see for a while.
But it's just come back to the point where it's like you got to get a rabble crew together and try to, like, in a week, get them to, you know, play as a unit. And neither of these, I think both of these teams were in that sense of they were as clunky as each other, like in, like, the plays that they were doing and, like, and not really knowing how each other plays. But honestly, I think it just comes down to the players that New South Wales have a lot of speed and a lot of instinct in playing the game. Like, we've got your Tommy Turbos, the Tedescos. They just know how to create. And Addo-Carr's just full pace. He's just all pace, can just create something out of nothing. And Fergo, I mean, he was doing hit-ups from this, like, second tackle out
I mean, they're showing on the TV now, Mitchell Pearce. I really didn't see, like, anything he did that was great.
Yeah, I think Maloney took a bit more control there in the second half. But then as we saw probably more mistakes being made. Like when we were up 12-0 with kicks going to Fergo, with kicks going into Ethan Lowe.
But yeah, well, great. That was great. It was a very classic second half Origin game.
Yeah, so yeah, we're getting a few more. Gilman says the New South Wales dynasty is born, which
2 in a row.
Ooh.
2 in a row.
2
in a row.
Gilly Goldman.
2 in a row.
He's calling bloody New South Wales have got this in the bag early, which jinxed it, and now he's calling dynasties. Well,
I've got to be honest, like
he's jinxed the dynasty now. Thanks a lot, Gilly Goldman.
I've got to be honest, like rewinding a few minutes, like I was convinced that game was going to Golden Point. There was I just had in my mind the game's going to Golden Point, and who's better at field goals? Cherry Evans is fucking great at field goals. Benny Hunt's great at field goals. Corey Norman's pretty great at that. So I had in my mind that the game was going to Golden Point, and then suddenly that try happened.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I was confident we were going to score. I in my mind, I was kind of like, I think we'll get up that end and have to do like a 40-meter penalty kick. I was like, I reckon for some reason we'll just get some weird penalty here and have to do like ice a weird 40-meter penalty. So, yeah, I was confident all the way we were going to get it done in a minute 10. So
that happened. The Blues won with 2 in a row. So, look.
Francis, Sammy, Blues won. In the end, did Maloney kick that goal? Was it 24-20 or 26-20?
I think he kicked it, yeah.
Yeah, so 26-20 was the final score with Tedesco scoring with 20 seconds to go when it was all tied up. So didn't have to go to a golden point, which I'm thankful for. I don't know. I'm a bit hit and miss with old golden point at times.
Is it too early to say like New South Wales go 3 in a row? I don't think so. It seems like the Origin teams are very balanced. Like 2020 Origin, I can see Queensland winning, I can see New South Wales winning. It's very balanced. So
yeah, same. It's refreshing as both a New South Welshman, and hopefully as a Queenslander. Like you've been spoiled. And hopefully as a Queenslander, you can see value in how good these contests have been, minus probably the Perth game. That obviously was a blowout, and that happens. But the first game, fucking awesome. The second half of that third game, again, like, top-notch football. Like, please, as Queenslanders, don't be like, oh, New South Wales are cheats, and, oh, this is shit, and I hate football, I'm never watching football again. Just be cool. Just be cool. Just be chill.
Do it.
Chill on. You got the election won for ScoMo, so you know you've got the power. You've got the power somewhere. You might not have the power in the Origin arena anymore, but you're ruling something. So just chill.
It was all fun. So like, thank you for joining us for this State of Origin 3 live broadcast.
So we're wrapping it up here. You reckon?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's been really cool. It's been an interesting, like it was an experiment for us because we've never done this. Hopefully the technical difficulties, if there were any, didn't put you off too much, but we tried our best. If you got any suggestions for anything we should do in the future, let us know. Obviously, you can get us like on our Twitter at League by the Fire, or we're on Facebook, and our email is mail@leaguebythefireplace.com. You can also get us there. But yeah, I think we might try to do this again, maybe like Friday night game. Just do it all again. We might get some, guest stars, the old Dobbiers, or whoever we can wrangle together to do a bit of this interactive commentary, because I really enjoyed it. Lobby, did you enjoy it?
Fun, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Very good.
So, yeah, that's about it
Two
from
in
us.
a row. Two in a row. Two in a row.
2 in a row.